What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for another Tops Talks Transfers. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to become a member. Please click the pinned link in the description, man, and you can become a member, as soon as possible. 99p. Let's get into it, man. And the dreaded news is what I did not want to see, bro. I did not want to see this happening, and it looks like it's happened, man. It looks like it's happened, bro. Chelsea are in the race for EZE. It says Chelsea waiting for the green light to trigger the £65 million Arsenal targets release clause after talks yesterday, man. Oh, brother. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, bro. Oh, my days. It's not looking good at all. But yes, it's already been a busy summer for Chelsea with several incomings, but it sounds like there could be still more potential arrivals at Stamford Bridge. The trend across recent summers is the Blues are very active to mold their squad. It says Chelsea are discussing a couple more signings after already signing, after winning the Club World Cup, where new signings, João Pedro and Liam Delap played key parts. It's absolutely mad, man. Alan Shearer thinks Chelsea can challenge for the Premier League with the momentum that is building under Maresca, winning both the Conference League and the Club World Cup during his first season in charge. So Shearer is backing them to challenge for the Premier League. Listen, man, if they can get a few more players, then why not, man? Why not? It's definitely up for grabs for sure. But yeah, obviously, we've got everyone tuning in the chat as well. Man, obviously, Carlos is in the building, of course. And look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. PSG and Real Madrid want Palmer. Is that the case, yeah? Oh, bro, if we need him to have a bomber or a remontada, we need one of those guys to deliver for sure. Flip it out. PSG, 200 mil. Oh, my God. What the hell? Oh, flip it out, man. What is this? What's going on here? What is going on? I said I don't want EZE, keep him. Nah, listen, bro. It's absolutely mad. It's absolutely mad, man. I told you, Tops, whatever, bro. When Chelsea knocks, it's a different knock with a laughing emoji. I wish they didn't win that final, fam. Oh, mate, I wish they didn't win that final. Can't stop, won't stop either. I'm calling for everyone that laughed at me when we were sanctioned, blocked by 2 man already. That's next level head loss, fam. When you're blocking, man, because of football, your head's gone. I swear to God. Well, yeah, big up Carlos for being in the building. Oh, lordy, Lord. Obviously, oh, man. This it goes on to say, Chelsea speak with EZE's agents. Journalist Simon Phillips reports via Substack that Chelsea held new talks yesterday, Tuesday, with the agents of Crystal Palace. EZE is explaining that the Blues are yet to make a contact with Palace yet because they are seeing if the 27-year-old attacking midfielder wants to join them. Phillips adds that EZE has a release clause worth 65 million in his contract, and at Selhurst Park, Enzo Maresca's side are holding off triggering it as they want to learn the player's preference before advancing any further. Obviously the thoughts were that he was going to go to Arsenal, but again, who knows now, man? If Arsenal are messing about, then yeah, they need to get a move on for sure. Obviously, back in May, reports claimed that EZE is universally liked at Chelsea, and they are eyeing up a potential move for the Crystal Palace and England star this summer. It certainly feels like the attacking midfielder, who usually plays as a 10 or on the left wing, is ready to take a next step in his career to an elite club. Obviously, this is his stats there. 116 games, 40 goals, 20 assists. QPR got 20 goals and 12 assists as well. He played for Wickham as well. I didn't even know that. So yeah, man. It goes. EZE is an Arsenal target. Crystal Palace star is strongly linked with Arsenal this summer as well. Looks like Mikel Arteta wants another option in that number 10 role. It says in the addition of obviously signing Madueke, he said the player is keen on a move to the Emirates, staying to play for Mikel Arteta's side. Also plan to hold discussions with London rival Palace about EZE. Not sure when, but it says that we are planning to hold talks. Also, it says Bayern Munich could also compete with EZE for compete with Arsenal for EZE's signature as well. Obviously, Malacia is injured for about 4 or 5 months, so that could be a potential target as well for them. It looks like Palace Talisman has the pick of the several Champions League clubs to join the season, but where will this skillful playmaker end up next season, man? So Ay, man. I don't know what to say, bro. Obviously, it's one of those ones where, again, this is why I wanted the Madueke deal left out of it. I wanted us to get Eze in before we start to see this thing now, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely craziness, man. But yeah, in terms of how it's gonna go, I'm not even too sure if I'm being honest. I feel like again, there's potential that that deal could get done for Chelsea if they're ruthless enough, man. If they think, you know what, we're just going to pay the release clause and do it. Obviously, they've got some nice sales now with Madueke going out the door and Petrovic as well. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. My Bill Carlos says the Club World Cup has changed my life with a laughing emoji. They wanted me to spam Benzema gifts. They wanted me to spam Roman is a war criminal. They wanted me to tell me. They want to tell me Chelsea are finished. I got the receipts. Spam me now, blood, with a laughing emoji. Oh, dear, I mean, it's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good, man. Hopefully, we can see Arsenal get this deal over the line. But, yeah, Chelsea are looking to add to their attacking lineup probably this summer as well still. So, I don't know, man. They're in the running for Eze. They've been linked with Rodrigo lightly as well. Potentially another striker if Jackson goes too. And, again, he's actually been linked with Man United as well, man. So, that could be a potential deal as well, man. So, that is definitely something we've got to keep in mind for sure. But yeah, man, obviously onto other news to do with Manchester United. It's looking like potentially this could be a deal that might not get done. It says Manchester United and Mbeumo push stores after Brentford rise prices towards £70 million. It says Radcliffe, sorry, I can't even say, man. So Sir Jim Radcliffe values forward £65 million and intends to be patient. Brentford regard position as firm with the option on a contract. Wow. So potentially this might not even happen, man. Manchester United push to buy Brian Mbeumo has stalled after Brentford raised their valuation to closer to £70 million, with Sir Jim Radcliffe intent on not being pushed around into paying more than the club's valuation, which is £65 million for the forward. He goes on to say Mbeumo has told Brentford he wants to join Manchester United, and at the end of June, Radcliffe and Jason Wilcox, the sport, obviously the director of football, believed that £65 million package would land the 25-year-old. Brentford also privately indicated a medical was expected imminently. The change of stance has been met with resistance by Radcliffe and Wilcox, who do not wish to be held to ransom and are determined to be patient. Brentford view their position as firm because although Mbeumo's contract expires next summer, the club hold a 1-year option, man. So this is key news for obviously Manchester United fans in terms of how they can actually get a forward in before the start of their pre-season, man. Because again, they got Cunha in. Well, that's only one forward where they need a plethora of attacking players going into next season, man. And that kind of stand firm. I don't know if that's beneficial at this moment in time, considering there's a lot of Man United fans that are hoping that there's going to be a massive rebuild. They're going to get all these new kind of players in to really kind of change their fortune, finishing, well, let's say 17th, even though it's 15th, or on with the 17th agenda. But yeah, even though they finished obviously towards the end of the relegation zone, they need to get some new players in. They need to get some optimism, within the Man United fan base. Because at the minute, nothing's going in, bro. Nothing's happening. Where are the players? They've got one man in. They've not even sold anyone of significance. This is what I'm trying to say to Korean, brother. Like, you're not the guy. You're not the club you think you are, bro. Where are the sales? Where are the signings, man? We're in the middle of July. There's 4 weeks till the season starts. You've got Arsenal the first game. And then never mind, you got Chelsea and Manchester City in the first 5. So you need to get a proper team. You can't be relying on the guys like Højlund and Garnacho and these kind of guys that you're looking to move out of the club. They're still going to be in and around the kind of first team. So yeah, they need to kind of make a move on. Listen, Cunha's an excellent signing, a very good player. I'm sure he'll make an impact as well. But he can't be the only guy alone, man. Do you know what I mean? He has to have some help. And then Mbeumo was supposed to be the guy. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Man said Cunha shouldn't have gone there, you know. Listen, man, I feel like they've kind of sold him a dream as well, you know, because I think the feeling with him is probably like, well, I'm going to be coming in, but I'm going to be the first of many, especially because they virtually announced that signing, before the Europa League final? So that was like, May time or whatever. So yeah, they announced that ahead of time pretty early on that they'd agreed a fee with Wolves to get him through the door. So you're looking at now, we're in July. What have they been doing for the last 2 months? It's not like it's a thing where they've been trying to sell some players. So it's like, you know what? Fair enough. You've not brought anyone in, but you're trying to get rid of the deadwood first. You've not, everyone's still there. Sancho, obviously, he's come back probably unexpectedly. Everyone probably thought he was going to stay at Chelsea. He's actually come back to the club. Rashford, he's not staying at Aston Villa. He's come back to the club as well from a loan. So you need to get rid of him. Anthony doesn't look like he's going to go back to Real Betis, even though he had a successful loan spell. He looks like he's going to stay at the club. So, bro, these are the guys that are on the outskirts. These are not even like your kind of first teamers that were playing like a lot, obviously, last season because they're out on loan. You need to get rid of them. Then you need to get rid of the starters, your Garnachos, your Hoylands. Anana needs to go as well. Like, you've got a plethora of players that need to be out the door. It's absolutely crazy, man. So there's a lot of work for you guys to do. Obviously, not to say you can't do it. There's still 2 months. Well, I say a month and a half left of the transfer window. But you guys need to get a move on for sure, man. But obviously, back to the article, it goes on to say Radcliffe, who runs the football operations at Manchester United, and Wilcox decide to raise their offer. They may first want money from a sell or a loan of Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, Sancho. Oh, yeah, I even forgot about him last year. Jesus, that's another one he needs to get rid of. United claim all of us to leave, so the club will listen. Obviously, Carlos sent me a link about obviously Ben Foster talking how he doesn't think that this is actually correct, that they do actually want to leave, because that would mean they would have to give up certain privileges in their contract in terms of being able to be paid off certain amount of money of their contract that's left if they now ask for a transfer request. So they believe they're just putting that in the media to kind of hurry up, kind of buying teams wanting to kind of sell or buy them so they can sell them on quicker. Because again, these guys are on massive wages and you can't really navigate and buy or really kind of, get these kind of top level name players who are going to be a massive money when you've still got 250 Sancho on your books officially, even though it looks like he could be going. You don't know if you're going to have to get him out on loan, which means you're still going to have to pay half, if not the majority of his kind of wages. Same with Rashford as well. You need to kind of make sure that you're kind of selling these guys on so the wages are off the books. And whether they do that or not, I don't know. But this is kind of the the fault of obviously their own operation, because by putting them on those massive wages, there's no way in hell they're giving that up until someone else matches it. And no one's going to match it apart from maybe like Saudi teams. And they don't want to go to Saudi. So, bro, you're either going to have to pay some of the wages, or you're going to have to try and convince them to lower their wages down so they can get a move elsewhere. And it doesn't look like they can do either, man, at the minute, man. So, yeah, it's a kind of a crazy one, man. It says, you see what Foster said about the transfer request. Yeah, bro, I did see, man. I did see what you said or what you put in the, obviously, on my Twitter as well. About Foster, but yeah, when he broke it down and stuff, it kind of does make sense, and this is why you don't see players who officially put in a transfer request do it that often, because you are kind of waving away some of the kind of transfer fees you would be owed for sure. Big up Godfrey, man, in the building, man. Big up Tops. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, my guy. Hope you're good. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new for sure. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy one. It's been a crazy one, man, for sure, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Back to the article. Obviously going on to say that United claim all have asked to leave. So clubs will listen to offers. It says Ruben Amorim is also targeting a centre forward. The head coach has also signed, Matthias Cunha this summer for his 62.5 release clause at Wolves. So they just paid the release clause outright. I'm assuming they paid it all up front, which is going to be a lot of money in terms of outlay. It says in just over 4 weeks' time, also visit Old Trafford for United's Premier League opener. United's preseason begins on Saturday to a trip to Stockholm, Strawberry Arena to play Leeds United before Amorim's squad flight to Chicago for a USA tour to play West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton. So yeah, that is kind of a tour where normally on that tour, or like another kind of big English team. So they're actually playing some teams that they probably could beat. Well, I say that, but you never know, actually, to be fair. But yeah, so yeah, the actual fixtures they've got are actually not too bad in the tour, but again, man, you have to see some really kind of significant improvement. And I don't even know if this is kind of going to be an inkling to how well they're going to be starting the season. Because again, in any normal season, you'd expect them to beat Bournemouth, Bournemouth, West Ham, and Everton and Leeds, if I'm being honest, man. But we shall see. But yeah, still a lot for them to do, man. A lot for them to do. If they go on tour, they're literally just going on tour with one new player and still the same man that all these Man United fans have been cussing for the last 12 months. It's crazy. That explains why Caicedo signed a new deal at Brighton literally a few days after his transfer request. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually, bro. Yeah, he did sign a new deal because obviously he did that massive request on Instagram, didn't he? Saying, please let me go. I'm handing the transfer request, and then he signed a new deal. That's probably why it makes sense when players are even got a year left. They kind of sign that kind of new deal, even though they know they're going to go out the door, because then they're kind of warranted, or the transfer fee or whatever. They know they're going to get that period of contract paid off anyway as well. So it's very, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Bill Godfrey says that EZE to Chelsea is the new transfer talk, but I don't see that happening. Listen, I don't know. I think it might be a ploy from maybe the agent to try and hurry up Arsenal to get this deal over the line. Because again, this kind of link has kind of come out of nowhere in terms of getting Eze in. But yeah, I don't think I don't think it's going to be a case, because again, you see Chelsea are pretty happy with their number 10 options as well. I think they're more likely to get maybe like a forward or wide kind of forward if they're going to get that attacking area. I think in that 10, especially because you've still got Nkunku, not to say he's going to stay, but you would assume you'd want to get rid of him first before you get another kind of 10 kind of player that can play in there as well. So yeah, I think it's maybe a tactic of that kind of nature. I can't see Eze, says Carlos, obviously Chelsea fan, probably trying to force Arsenal's hand now. Yeah, I agree, bro. I think it's more a case of us literally dragging our heels for whatever reason. Maybe we were trying to make sure we get all the deals over the line. I know pretty much Madueke probably will be announced probably later on today. I know Mascara took his medical as well. And then Gyökeres is having a medical on Friday. So yeah, there's still obviously plays in the front line there. And maybe we want to get those kind of officially announced and then go on to Eze. But for me, we just need to get a move on anyway, because the sooner, obviously I've seen him, he's back in training now, Eze for Crystal Palace. So he's back off holiday. Bro, let's get this thing over the line, man. Let's get this thing rolling for sure, because we've got no time for waste, man. No time to waste, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, man. Only on 9 likes. Let's get this onto double figures as soon as possible. Big up Terrell Gunner TV, man. Big up Chanzo. Big up yourself, brother. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Let me know what you think about this Eze news as well. Do you think he's going to go to Chelsea? Do you think he's going to end up at Arsenal? Hopefully he does, but we shall see. Carla says, we're getting Garnacho. Is that actually true? No way you're getting Garnacho. I know he kind of fits your kind of ethos of those kind of young kind of winging players, but bro, because you're going to probably have to pay like 60 mil for him, 50, 60 mil, which I don't particularly think he's worth that. No way. And I feel like you've got better options already at the club, man, especially like Gittins and stuff like that. So, but we'll see what happens with that. Man United do need to sell, so it could be a thing, man. Big up Godfrey says, if that's so, Eze's camp is doing us a favor. Also need to move on. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I think, again, they're trying to give us the kick to, you know what? There's other interest here. You better put in a bid or do something of note to really kind of get this deal over the line or get this deal moving, because, again, Eze has already said he wants to come, apparently, according to, obviously, his camp. Arsenal are willing to spend a significant amount of money on him. I don't know if they want to pay that release clause all the way through, or if they want to get it for a bit cheaper. But regardless, you're probably not going to get him less than 60, in my opinion, anyway, even if you get it lower than the 68, because I can't see Palace accepting, for example, 45 plus add-ons or even 50 plus add-ons, considering the 68 is probably lower than they want to accept anyway. It's just because it's a release clause. I think when that kind of waivers, you're probably going to have to pay 70, 80 for him. Do you know what I mean? Because, again, he's their best player, considering they're probably going to look at like Liverpool, for example, and say, well, they want Diaz. They're offering what, 68 for Diaz. That's the kind of stance they're at. We think Eze's just as good, or if not a little bit less. Bro, we want 80. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you just got to get a move on with these deals, man. Otherwise, you end up being left behind for sure. Bill Godfrey says, how many forwards do you guys need? Carlos, with a laughing emoji. Obviously, you've still got Jackson as well. You got Delap. You got João Pedro, who is looking very, very good in that number 9 role. Someone that can link up play and make those forward runs, and he's a very good finisher and can score from outside the box as well. It might be a case with him. He just needs to play with better players. I know Brighton, they're a decent team, but Chelsea obviously is definitely a level up from Brighton. So it might be a case, man, where he'll just improve himself. So yeah, but another number 9, man, I don't know, bro. It's one of them ones, man. Because again, with João Pedro and Liam Delap, those are 2 players that you can definitely develop into being even better than they actually already are. So you might not even need to spend X amount on not like another striker, to be fair. But we shall see, man. We shall see. Big up Carlos. He says, I'm seeing Maresca wants 9. Yeah, brother, it's mad. It's absolutely madness, man. I know you've got more games with the Champions League now. You got 8 games with that, obviously, this season as well. That'll be very interesting. Looking forward to that Champions League draw as well. That's obviously at the end of August, I think. So that should be something decent to see who, obviously, people get. But yeah, there's going to be more games for you, man, in particular. So I'm supposed he's thinking, well, I can't really do the whole, what's the word? The whole trying to play one team in one competition and a completely new team in another. I kind of need the same kind of level throughout the entire squad. So maybe he's thinking about that, man. But yeah, be very interesting to see how many more players Chelsea do get, because you would assume it's going to be attacking players, and maybe based off the fact that they're going to be trying to get rid of a few players along the way, man. But yeah, big up the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video and subscribe to T Chanzo Sports, man. Big up Godfrey says, I wonder when Palace want these installments paid, but it doesn't matter. The club generates bare money. Listen, again, I feel like what I read was that they're gonna do it in obviously 3 installments of 20 mil each, and then the bonuses of 8 mil will obviously depend on if that gets reached or not. So yeah, that'll be kind of the structure of the deal, which I think is fine as well, to be fair. To pay 60 million off in 3 years, that's pretty cool, considering West Ham wanted Arsenal to pay 105 for Declan Rice in 2 years. So yeah, I think that length is fine, cool. I just think Arsenal are trying to maybe be a bit cute in terms of trying to get a bit more money off, which I don't think they need to, especially when you're looking at the likes of Madueke going from 48 rising up to 52. You're willing to spend that money on that, and Chelsea were very adamant that was going to be the price to take him out of the club, and you just kind of was like, yeah, okay, cool, we'll do it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't understand why you do that for that kind of player, but then for this kind of player who's going to be better, he's a better player, you're kind of and a bit of a strange one, but we'll see if they kind of conform. I got a feeling that they're going to end up just paying it if we end up getting him, because I can't see Crystal Palace wavering, if I'm being honest, especially they're going to have to try and probably get Gay for less money, because Liverpool are going to be stinking their heels in. He's only got 1 year left. He might leave on a free as well, considering he's not going to sign a new contract. They're probably going to have to sell Gay, towards the end of the window. Maybe 35, 40 mil, maybe even less than that, which is going to be a massive downgrade considering the £65 million bid they had from Newcastle last summer, which they rejected. So yeah, definitely want to keep an eye on for sure, man. I said that's calm if it's 3 years. Should have this deal wrapped up. I agree, bro. I agree. I don't see the fuss or the muss with it, to be fair. Like, I think for the value of player, what you kind of get in Premier League proven, top player in great form, England international as well. Great age, 27, entering his prime, can play in multiple positions. Bro, there's so many positives for this player, and the positions that he can play, we need a left-sided proper 8 that can spin on the half turn and play through balls. We need a 10 that can rival Odegaard. We need a left winger who can actually be better than Martinelli consistently. So yeah, these are kind of the positions we need. He actually plays in. I don't see what the hold up is personally, but there's always kind of politics in terms of like what people are doing behind the scenes. Maybe they're waiting for these other, like I said, these other deals to be confirmed, and then they can go on to obviously do another deal. But we were doing deals coincide with each other. Obviously, last week, obviously, Gyökeres and Mosquera were both within each other as well as the Madueke one as well. So I won't understand how that would stop us from spending more money unless we have to sell to buy, man, which is not something I really want to be hearing, if I'm being honest, man. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Because yeah, T-Chancellor Sports, the home of sports, man. But obviously some breaking news as well to do with Chelsea, like Carlos mentioned. Chelsea have active interest in Manchester United star Alejandro Garnacho. Yeah, so yeah, they've got active interest in him. It says Chelsea have already signed Gittins, João Pedro, and they've already signed. These ads are crazy, man. They're always popping up as well, bro. Blocking out what people are gonna say. Let me see if we can get it off. Come on. Oh, it's not gonna come off. But yeah, man, it just goes on to say that obviously they're setting their sights on Garnacho because they want to improve their defensive lineup. There are obviously there's doubts over the persistent futures of Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson as well. So and also Modric too is another one which I always forget about. That obviously he's part of the Chelsea squad. He could be obviously on his way out as well. So yeah, could be an issue, man. Could be a massive issue for sure. In regards of man's the top 20 goals, in regards of trying to get Garnacho in, man. How much do you think he's worth, Garnacho? Because again, for me, I don't think he should be paying more than 40 mil for this guy. I'll be honest. I'm not a massive fan of him. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But it says obviously TBR Football has reported that Chelsea continue to have an active interest in signing Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United. The Argentinian international has asked to leave the Red Devils and has been slapped with a 40 million price tag. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. Not that I rate the player, but it's not too bad, man. It's better because I'm sure in January they were asking for like 60, 65. And I'm like, that's massively excessive. But 40 mil punt, okay, cool. I think obviously he's got a little bit of it. Obviously, he's got some good qualities, but again, a lot of development definitely is needed with him for sure. He says he scored 11 goals and provided 10 assists last season, which ain't too bad again, and was one of the leading goal contributions for the team in that span. He says Garnacho is a decent squad player. Enzo Maresca's recent success with Chelsea in the Europa Conference League and the Club World Cup might mean he has settled with Pedro Neto on one flank, whereas the other is likely to be belong to Jamie Gittins. However, João Felix is also... Bro, I forgot you even... How many money you got? I forgot you even got this guy as well, Oh, my days. I forgot you even had Felix, man. Felix also likely to leave for new pastures. Alejandro Garnacho would be a great squad player to have for the Blues, given that they are playing in the Champions League and 2 domestic cups in addition of the Premier League next season. It will be vital for Maresca to have massive squad depth necessary to compete on all fronts. His recent success, clubbed with some ambitious swoops for the players in recent weeks, will mean there will be a high amount of expectation on the club next season. Alejandro Garnacho's work rate off the ball, ability to play on the ball on both wings, and as a number 10 would make him one of the first names to be introduced into games for Chelsea. Occasionally he will continue to get the odd start, and with the player looking to make a move on from Manchester United for a serious challenge for silverware, Stamford Bridge promises to be a great destination. So yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you, man, think about this kind of move? I think, again, for the money, the 40 mil, again, if you need that kind of option and he can play in multiple positions, I do think potentially it could be a good thing for sure, man. But yeah, it says if Maresca wants it, I'll support it. Again, well, how do you feel about the play? Is that a player that you rate or not? Let me know what you think. Big up Godfrey for becoming a member, man. Big up yourself, brother. Appreciate the support, man. If you want to become a member, obviously it's linked in the channel. Just chat, man. But big yourself up, brother. Appreciate you supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And welcome aboard, man, to the T-Chan Zone Nation, man. Big yourself up, Godfrey, as always, my bro. Big up Carlos. I seriously think we can lowball them and offer 25 mil, and they should take what they can get. Listen, that's not even a bad shout, because they kind of need the money as soon as possible, really. They kind of need the money as soon as possible, man, because when you're looking at it thinking they've not actually got rid of any kind of crucial starting players. They've still got the likes of Anana, even like Luke Shaw they need to get rid of, Dalot. Bro, there's so many players you can think, you know what, maybe we should kind of move you on. Even like Casemiro is another one where you think, bro, can we get some money for him because you're on a lot of wages, etc. And the only kind of guys that have left are literally ones that have just, their contract just expired. Ericsson, I think Lindelof's left as well. I think Johnny Evans got a coaching role, I think. So he might obviously staying with the club through that capacity. But yeah, the other ones, man, they've stayed, bro, so far. So that might not be a bad shout. And also because of Garnacho's behavior and the fact he's made it clear he's not going to be able to stay, I think towards the end of the window, they might get a bit desperate. Similar to what you did with Sancho, where you kind of lowballed them a little bit. And again, you didn't even keep him with the loan, with the kind of obligation. Obviously, it turns out to be it was an option now for 25 mil, considering they spent 72 million on him. So yeah, a lot of a lot of worry when it comes to that for sure, man. And man said the player doesn't move me at all. Listen, I'm not a massive fan of him personally. If I'm being honest, bro, I feel like again. He scored some good goals. Obviously, the overhead kick against Everton was great, but I just think his game is very underdeveloped, man. I think he's very one-dimensional. He's quick, he's direct, but he just wants to cut in and shoot. He's very greedy. He can be very greedy. I don't think he's yet developed that kind of team player mentality yet. I think he's all about himself in terms of like he wants to score the crucial goal, which again, sometimes you kind of need that confidence to be like, you know what, I'm going to be the guy to step up and score. But I do feel like there's a balance to it, man. It is a team game. You got to pass to your teammates when they're in better positions. And there's a lot of times, even in transition with Man United, there's a lot of times where you can pass it to someone in a better position. He just shoots from a ridiculous angle and he has no chance of scoring, but he just wants to shoot to see if he can try and score. And I think that part of his game, he has to be coached out of him a little bit, which not to say at another team, another club, with a bit of a higher morale, because obviously Carlos has said it before. The morale at Man United, bro, it is like a graveside. Like everyone goes there and gets worse as a player for the majority of the time. Even if they do win a couple of cups here and there, their actual player performances definitely drop quite a lot. So yeah, when you look at it like that, man, I feel like again with them, they need to kind of make sure they get the maximum money for him to try and reinvest into their team. But when there's not a lot of suitors coming in that are willing to pay the money they want, even with 40, looks like they've dropped down their price already, because in the January, it was definitely 60 mil that they were, Chelsea were being touted for, and looking like they were going to spend that at one point in time as well. So even that's obviously dropped down. So 25, 30 mil, again, you can say it's an academy product, so it's pure profit, but I think they probably would have been hoping for a lot more than that this time last season if they were to sell him, man. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in for sure. I said big up OB says Chelsea want Eze. Yeah, they do. I feel like again they're kind of inquiring about him, but potentially this has probably been brought out to the agent of Eze to try and hurry up a deal with Arsenal. Hopefully, fingers crossed that is the case, and hopefully Arsenal take the bait and do the deal, because again there's a lot of players that we still need to get in terms of those attacking kind of options, man. We still need a number 10. We still need a left-sided winger, potentially another defender if we sell the likes of Kivior and Zinchenko. So even though we've already got 6 players in and nearly officially done, I still think there's still a lot of things to do. Big up Godfrey, man, becoming a member. Big up yourself, brother. Man said facts, Garnacho way too erratic at times as well. Yeah, 100%, bro. I think his temperament as well is definitely something he has to improve. Yes, he's still a young player, but I still think for someone like at that age to have that kind of confidence, I think you do definitely need to back it up at certain stages. And I feel like, again, he values himself maybe a bit more than he's actually producing. I think if he puts his head down, concentrates, does his thing, becomes under the radar a little bit more, then people will start giving him the credit if he's putting in the work and obviously producing consistent performances. I think for Man United, I think there's too much things going on in that club where it's kind of a little bit, it's like a circus, let's be honest, man. There's different managerial changes every so often. Like the players are not performing at a high level. They're underperforming very much. They're getting rid of dinner ladies. They got rat-infested stadium. Like, bro, it's crazy out there, man. Absolutely crazy, man. But yeah, we'll see what actually happens. Big up next side remembrance, man. Big up yourself, brother. Hope you're well. Big ups, big ups. How do Chelsea have like 50 players? Brother, I have no idea. Ask Carlos. He's the Chelsea guy. He's the Chelsea correspondent, man. He knows about the players and the loans and all them kind of stuff. But yeah, for me, I don't know how they do it. I mean, they managed to sell them at a very good price as well, to be fair to them. So I got to give credit there. But yeah, they're doing their thing when it comes to that for sure. Big up Godfrey says, I'm sure Man United are regretting their decision when they turned down 60 for Garnacho in January. 100%, man. And at the time, I think Garnacho was seen in more high regard with Amorim and obviously the club as well. And I feel like, again, they probably didn't want to give that bad kind of stigma around the club where at the time, and it's funny how quickly football can change, innit? In the space of 6 months, it's gone from literally like kind of not even hero, but someone that people obviously appreciated to kind of like straight up villain with obviously what he's been doing, his antics, what he said after the cup final about the 20 minutes and wearing a Aston Villa shirt with Rashford on the back. All that kind of stuff is kind of rubbed Man United fans the wrong way. But at the time, in January, it was like, we can't sell one of our prime assets. Him and obviously Kobe Mainoo was seen as the prime assets from the academy that are very young, that have got a lot of potential that they're going to obviously want to keep on. But now, like you said, Godfrey, bro, you got to be looking to sell him for, you'll be looking to get him for like 40 mil, man. And if they're quoting that as the price, like Carlos said, Chelsea and other teams are just going to lowball it. Napoli were interested, but there's no way they're paying 40 mil for him, man. They're going to try and lowball it, maybe get a loan with an option, maybe get something for like 15 with 10 million add-ons, something along those lines, man. So yeah, I think personally it's one of those ones where you gotta you gotta look at it for sure, man. But yeah, man said, and they are buying more. Like where are these man being stored? Man said multi-club model near side and loaned out. I told you there will always be a market for players. You always get money back regardless of an 8-year contract. Nobody wanted to listen though, with a laughing emoji. If you don't hear, you'll this guy, man. If you don't hear, you'll feel you bozos. This guy's an idiot, I swear down. But yeah, man. Nah, listen, bro. They have got a good model still. They're doing what needs to be done to get more players in, and they've got a nice little in terms of how they sell players. They're top of the list. I did the short as well. Make sure you go check that out. The short about them obviously selling the most players within the last 10 years. I think they've made 1.3 billion pounds. So yeah, they've sold a lot, man. They have sold a lot, to be honest with you. So I think that's why they're able to consistently buy players at a high level and pay these kind of fees. And also as well, they have done a massive improvement in terms of their wage structure, man. It's very, very sustainable, man, for sure. So yeah, it's mad. Man said Top's praising our model. Let me let me clip this, man. Yeah, you better clip it, fam. Yeah, no, you better clip it still. Fucking hell. What's going on here? What's going on here? Big up bold statement, halftime talk. First things first, Mikel out. Burgers eggs still not cooking. Burger the whole salad. Mikel out. Arsenal still picking. Big up yourself, bold statement, man. Hope you are, bro. Make sure you like the video if you've not already. I said, tell Carragher I'm on to him next, by the way. Listen, he's got a lot of explaining to do, Carragher, man, because he man Neville, you know, because that man went big on Chelsea, man, saying that they're obviously £1 billion bottom jobs, and even like Carragher last season saying he doesn't see how they're going to be evolving and stuff like that. There's no kind of plan or model at Chelsea. So yeah, for them to get top 4 and obviously win 2 trophies, yeah, and then potentially be one of the teams contending for the Premier League, because they'll definitely be up there for sure. So yeah, man, it's definitely something to think about as well. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video and smash the like button on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to become a member, it is pinned in the chat as well, man. all contributions is very much appreciated for sure. But yeah, man said Carragher catches smoke everywhere, brother. He's had a terrible year, bro. After that African Cup of Nations hiccup as well, he had that was an absolute howler too, bro. That was a stinker, man. He's had a few of them recently. I can't even lie, bro. A few things he's saying is going a bit left. I'll be real, it's going a bit left, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we'll definitely see what happens with that, man, for sure. We'll definitely see what happens for that for sure, man. But big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video. Speaking of obviously Arsenal and former Arsenal players, there's actually talk about Sunderland are in talks to sign Granit Xhaka ahead of their top flight return. Talksport understands. He says the Black Cats are eyeing an £8.7 million move for the midfielder. Damn. Okay. That's kind of come out of nowhere. It says Sunderland are reportedly in talks with Leverkusen over signing Xhaka this summer. So the midfielder is said to have been offered a 3-year deal at the Stadium of Light. Talksport sources have confirmed that the newly promoted are in negotiation with Bayer Leverkusen for Granit Xhaka. Sunderland have offered the 32-year-old a 3-year deal at the Stadium at Light. Now, I don't know if this is because Henderson obviously went to Brentford instead. I know they were linked with him. So it kind of looks like they wanted that kind of experienced Premier League midfielder to come in, especially in their first season in the Premier League, back in the Premier League since I think it's 2016. It could be earlier or later. I'm not even sure. It's nearly been 10 years for sure. Definitely, man. It says, however, they face competition from Saudi. Bro, if he's picking Saudi over the Premier League, he's got to come Premier League, surely. It just makes more sense, man. The Saudi club have already signed Premier League stars Lacazette and wow, they've already signed my man as well, man. It says sorry, just pause. It just froze there. Where are we at? It says Xhaka currently has 3 years remaining on his deal at Leverkusen, who he joined in Arsenal in 2023. He followed that by winning the league and the cup double in his debut season at the club. The Swiss international team captain, who has 137 caps for his country, previously spent 7 years in England with the Gunners. During this time, he made 225 Premier League appearances, scoring 17 goals and adding 24 assists. That's obviously him for Arsenal. Man said when Senegal smoked England recently as well, 100%, bro. 100%, man, 100%. And that's another, obviously, I just figured like it was a little bit of ignorance in terms of just kind of dismissing a massive competition, even if you don't think it's a massive deal to you because you're not part of that nation. You can't then dismiss that competition. It's like me dismissing the Asia Cup, even though I'm not Asian. Bro, for Asian people, that might be the bigger than the World Cup for them. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think you just got to be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it for sure, man, because something might not mean a lot to you, might mean a lot to another person who obviously is from that kind of region of the world, man. So, yeah, bold statement says, Carlos, can I call out Chelsea for not buying Gyökeres? Why Chelsea allow a wannabe team sign a proper gunman? Do you believe in the lap man? Hashtag. Says, I want what happened to Xhaka's Saudi move. So, yeah, it seems like they're competing, Godfrey, with obviously Saudi and Sunderland are competing for his signature, man. So I think it just depends what Xhaka obviously what he wants, man. If he wants that big mega contract and maybe some obviously extra money in terms of this being his last contract in terms of him playing football, then obviously you go to Saudi. If he still wants that taste of that competitive nature playing in the Premier League, and maybe he needs to for this particular season, because again, there is a World Cup, and it feels weird. I don't know about you guys. It feels like more teams should have been like qualified for the World Cup because it's next summer, but you still got a lot of European teams that are not qualified for it, so you don't even know who's even going to be a part of it. So it feels like it's a bit of a backlog in it. So yeah, but just obviously on to this point. But yeah, that might be in the back of his mind if Switzerland do qualify for the World Cup. Does he play for a Premier League team like Sunderland? He'll obviously play every single game. He'll play against the top teams and the top players, and then again, it might make him obviously focus and more fit for that kind of World Cup if Switzerland do qualify. So there is a couple of things, but I think it's dirt cheap, man, especially because he's got 3 years left on his deal. 8.7 mil is nothing in this day and age, man, for a Premier League proven player that's already played in the Prem, knows what he's doing, man. You can slot him on the left-hand side and stuff like that, and I think you'll do pretty well for them, man, if I'm being honest. Big up Carlos says, honestly, bold statement, I wanted Osherman, but we've got too low profile on competent forwards now, so I'm happy Jackson can leave. Fair enough. Do you think Havertz, Jesus have a part to play this season, or should we terminate Jesus' contract? Ethan just signed that. Ding ding and Bin Laden. Now you know what? Obviously, big up Ethan for signing a new contract. I'm happy about that. That's obviously great news. In terms of the Jesus thing, no, bro. Obviously, for me, yeah. Obviously, Burton's coming for a reason, man. Part of his job is to try and get some money for these players. Like, ripping up contracts is easy. I can literally just do that. I can say, you know what, Jesus, you rip up your contract, you're out the door. Bro, you're in here to get some sales, man, to get some income money in the door, bro. So it's up to you to try and find a move for Jesus and get that over the line, man. Whether it's Saudi, whether it's another European team, get some decent money for him. We spent, what, 45, raising up to 50 million pounds for him. If you can get something along those lines, even if it's like 40 million or something, and get his wages off the bill, then, bro, we need to do that, man. We can't keep ripping up contracts, bro, because, again, if that doesn't take any kind of skill, in my opinion. It's just someone saying, we need to rip this contract out. Do you agree? We're going to pay, obviously, pay the rest of the contract off. They agree, and then that's it, man. But for me, the real skill is to try and get massive fees for these players that you know you don't want to keep, that you know are on massive wages, but you managed to get them a move away from the club. So for me, bro, we got to be selling them for sure, man. But big up for, obviously, for the comment as well, my guy. Hope you are well. Big up, Godfrey. How much you going to scam United for, Carlos? Obviously talking about Garnacho, I believe, or potentially Jackson going to Manchester United. That's another, obviously, link. I'll have to get into that as well. Jackson, yeah, to Man United, 100 million euros. Obviously, Chelsea, or was it 100 million pounds? I'm not even sure. Is what Man United are obviously asking, what Chelsea are asking for. There's no way Man United ain't got the facilities for that anyway. If I'm being honest, let's be real. They can't even get Mbeumo over the line, man. It's crazy. So yeah, I can't see how they can actually afford that. If I'm being honest, man. But yeah, it's one of those ones where you just have to wait and see for sure. Master Jared is always defending what Carragher says. Next level, next level placing. I don't know, man. Yeah, for me, I feel like that's his favorite play. You know, I know he says Gerrard, but the way he's defended Carragher compared to Gerrard, bro, is crazy, man. To be honest with you. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Big up OP, big up going for work. Just dropping by to say big up to everyone. Big up you say OP, man. Hope you are, my guy. Big up for obviously tuning in and stepping in, man. Hope you are, my brother. And yeah, good to see you soon, my guy. But big yourself up every single time, of course. Yeah, man, Godfrey, I hope it's a loan with an option. If he's crap, we can send him back. Again, obviously, are you talking about, I'm not even sure what you're even talking about. But yeah, big up Red Road, man, my brother. What are you telling me, guy? Big up Tots, my brother. Come on, G. Hope you're well, my guy. Can you imagine Jack and Joe Linton? Oh, that would be tasty, you know. That would be tasty, to be fair. I can't even lie, because Xhaka loves a red card, innit? And yeah, Joe Linton is obviously very, very aggressive. So that would be good, man. That would be good. You know what? I am actually looking forward to, like, generally, I am actually looking forward to Sunderland and Leeds back into the Premier League, bro. Because I feel like, again, some of those kind of lower games where you're not really excited for. We've seen it before. We've seen with the season just gone. With who just got promoted? I can't even remember now. I mean, Leicester wasn't too bad. Like Southampton, whenever Southampton was on, you just knew it wasn't going to be an entertaining game because it just lacked the quality. Similar with Ipswich as well. There wasn't a team where you're really excited or looking forward to seeing their games, especially against the lower teams. Bro, I'm looking forward to seeing Leeds play against Everton, for example, at Ellen Road. That'll be a game I'll be like, you know, that could be a decent game. Or yeah, like you said, Sunderland and Newcastle, man. That'll be another good game where you're thinking, what's going to happen here? And not a nice little derby game here. It's going to be tasty. It doesn't matter how good Sunderland or Newcastle are with a derby, anything can happen kind of thing. So I'm glad we're getting a few more proper Barclays fixtures in and around the season, man. Even like Leeds and Man United, Leeds and Liverpool. Like, these are kind of games where back in the day you used to really look forward to. So yeah, I am actually glad. But yeah, big up yourself, Red, for being in the chat, man. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you guys smash up the video on this. For me, man, says English pundits know nothing about football. Jamie spotting himself. African football is alive. You forget. 2 more attackers in for Arsenal. Yeah, 100%, man. Fingers crossed. Man said, House Ten Hag arrived at Leverkusen. Now Xhaka wants to swoop in the Champions League for Sunderland. Yeah, listen, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, bro. Ten Hag's got some blood on his hands, man, with his management, man. Big up views, man. Big up views for the raid. I've just seen it, man. Big up views, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. I'll get to the comments in a minute. Big up views, man. Again, for the raid. Really appreciate that, brother. Hope you are well, man. But big up everyone in the building, man. Terminating Jesus' contract. Oh, another Ornstein bomber. I'll have to get to that in a minute. Jeez, it's all kicking off, man. Big up everyone tuning in as well. Where was I? It says terminating Jesus' contract is going to be costly. We need some money for the brother, even if it's 10. Brother, this is what I'm saying, Godfrey, man. We need some peace for him, bro. We need to get some money in for him as soon as possible, for sure. So yeah, I completely agree, man. Yeah, bold. Osherman's agent done him there for sure. Great news. I think we make more sense. I just want all of the chicken, Mikhail chicken out of my club. I forget we need some money in for sure. I must say Carragher could spit on Gerrard, he'd firm it. That's nasty. You frame it, sorry. That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. Carlos needs some hope for the lap. He's a proper striker. Needs Maresca's guidance more than Jackson. Bright future for your team, so big yourself up. Yeah, that's mad. Fair swapping Leverkusen for Sunderland, 100%. Big up, it's me, man. Views Raid. Big up the chat. Big up everyone in the building, man. Big up, it's Views Raid. Big up Gavin L. Big up Views Raid, man. Come on, people. Appreciate the love. It's me. Come on, the viewers. Come on, people. Love that. Love that. Hit the like, people. Smash the like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, people. If you want to become a member, it's pinned to the chat as well, people. 99p. Come on, man. Support the channel if you can. Big up 7 on DR. Views Raid, man. Come on, Phoenix as well, my bro. What's going on, man? What you telling me? Views Raid. Big yourself up every single time. Come on. Godfrey in the building as well, man. Like the stream or 7 years by lot. You tell them it's me. Come on, you tell them again, man. Big up Gavin as well, man. Big up Godfrey, big up Drew, everyone in the building, man. Appreciate the love, man. Come on, let's go, people. I want Leeds to stay in the Premier League this season. 100%, man. I like them in the Prem. I like Sunderland in the Prem. It reminds me of an old school Barclays. You know, when we used to have Bolton and Blackburn and them kind of teams there, man. That used to be proper Barclays to me. So, yeah, big up every single time, man. Big up in the building. Big up, mate. Big up Godfrey again. Big up Gavin. Come on. Every single time, man. Big up Godfrey. How much for Kivior, man? I ain't even too sure, bro. I potentially think we might even keep him, you know, because Kivior is one of those guys where unless he's kind of pushing for a way out because he's not happy with the game time, I think Mikel Arteta will probably use him as kind of a backup to Gabriel like it did last season, man. I would say 20 to 30 for Kivior. Yeah, man, even like 30 to 35, man. If you can get a decent price for him, obviously, or more for it. But for me, I'll probably keep him for sure. Big up Views Ray, man. TB Tops, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're all well, man. Big up yourself for being in the building. Big up Phoenix, man. We the money get EZE before Chelsea get him with the money for the sale of Manawaki. Potentially, man. Potentially, bro. Big up Phoenix, man. I feel like, again, we need to try and get EZE in as soon as possible, even without sales. Because, again, people are going to be sniffing around. He's a very good player, man. Bayern Munich are kind of looking at that kind of maybe a Malacia kind of, not replacement, someone that can come in and obviously fill that role while he's been injured. So, yeah. Definitely want to keep a hold of for sure, man. Big up Mr. Battle Red becoming a member, man. I appreciate you, guy. Big up for supporting the channel, man. I really appreciate you becoming a member, man. Big up yourself as always, and welcome to the team, man. Welcome to the team, man. Big up yourself every single time, my bro. But yeah, man, appreciate you, man, every single time. Man said to the world and back. Come on, bro. Always, man. Always love, man. Had to add a Real Madrid performance tax to that. The Joker, that is actually crazy, man. Big up Godfrey, big up, man, every single time. Legend, absolute legend, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash up the likes for me if you can, man. Big up Views as well. 100% legend for sure, man. Come on, broskis, man. Love the community as always, man. Really been good as always, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. I know there's been a David Ornstein bomber, so let me get to that as well, man. But big up the chat as always, man. Big up bold statement. He goes 30 mil with add-ons, good business. Let's get that. Let's say we get 25 for Trossard, 65 for Martinelli. And how about Zinni? That's maybe 100 from outgoings. What do you think about general outgoings? Yeah, I think we need to kind of go into that kind of direction, man, for sure. Because again, when you're looking at outgoings, bro, there's a lot of players that are on a big amount of wages as well. So we need to get that wage bill really down in terms of as like a percentage overall. So for me, bro, I'm agreeing with you, man. If we can get those kind of figures for those kind of money and then we can reinvest it into the team, because for me, even if we don't get Rodrigo, we still need another left out-and-out winger, man, for sure. Because again, that's a position that we've been lacking for 3 or 4 years, bro. So but that needs to be improved on. If we can do that, bro, then we're on to a winner, man, for sure, man. But yeah, big yourself up for the comment for sure, man. Big up, it's me. It says Liverpool contact Frankfurt over a possible move for Hugo Ekitike. Damn, listen, let me put this up, man. Big up yourself for the comment, man, for letting me know as well. But I did see the Ornstein bomber. Are Liverpool really going to sign both players, man? Surely not, man. I know it seemed like it's one or the other, but surely they can, what are they actually cooking in this window, man? They've already got Verts as well. Surely not, man. Surely not. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, Liverpool contact Frankfurt over a possible move for Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool working on the 23-year-old forward, having also approached Newcastle for EZE. Newcastle want to keep the 25-year-old, sorry, and Nketiah interest is ongoing. So it looks like they're trying to call their bluff. Maybe they're doing a little bit of snooker. Either we get your top target or we get your current striker that's there. What do you think is going to happen, man? I don't know. I feel like, again, they may be going to get Nketiah. Maybe, I'm not too sure. EZE might be a bit less money, but Nketiah is obviously going to be cheaper, a bit younger as well, but obviously not as good. So very interesting, man. Very interesting. Liverpool are not messing about. That's what I will say, man. They are not messing about. They're making some statements for sure. Even if they're one of them, in my opinion, it's going to be better than what they've got currently in Núñez. So yeah, could be a massive statement for Liverpool as well as getting Verts for sure, man. Big up the chat as always, bro. Big up Mr. Big up man Bold as well. Big up Waha. Good day, Tops chat. Big yourself up, bro. Hope you are well. With the big up. Yeah, that sounds good. Says Bold Statement. Bold Statement says, question people, do you guys feel like me? The club has allowed Mikel to live pressure free, or just hating on Mikel out? Now, you know what? I do feel like the club have definitely not been as as strict as they should have been in terms of having the pressure building on at this club. Again, he's been backed. He's had a lot of money. I feel like there should have been definitely a bit more of persistence in terms of him actually winning trophies. I know the club care about Champions League. I know the club only care about money and the Cronkies. That's very, very apparent. But for me, I still think, again, you can do both. You can get Champions League qualification and you can win trophies at the same time. You see Newcastle did it this season as well themselves. So yeah, as well as Liverpool obviously winning the Premier League, as well as Chelsea winning the Conference League and getting into the Champions League through the league. So yeah, you can definitely do both, man. And when you do both, everyone's happy. The Cronkies are going to be happy because they're getting money from the Champions League. The fans are going to be happy because you're actually winning trophies. This team is actually accomplishing things that's going to be remembered in years' time, because again, people just remember the winners. People just remember people winning trophies, not these kind of good teams that have potential and then kind of fizzle out. They don't really make a stunning impression in the long term, man. So yeah, I do feel like potentially they should be definitely a bit more pressure on him since then, but we'll see about how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Big up Carlos says, but EZE won't sign a new deal. It's better to sell him. This is the kind of the issue, man. But I feel like with selling him, you're kind of setting the precedent of it. Maybe your word doesn't really mean that much anyway, because you've had this kind of massive stance of he's not for sale, we're not going to sell him, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as a little bit of pressure, you kind of folded at the first kind of hurdle, innit? So I don't know, man. But yeah, I think that the ideal would definitely was to have Nketiah and EZE for one season, and then when next season, when it looks like potentially EZE's not signing, then sell him with 2 years left, potentially. Because I don't know if Nketiah is actually ready to be the starting striker for a Champions League team. I'm not too sure. I know he obviously did well at Frankfurt, but again, it might be a thing where you kind of want to ease him in a little bit, have him play with EZE, so there's not as much pressure. Then you can take the mantle piece from him next season. But again, when you sell EZE for 125, 130 mil, it does make sure that obviously that kind of investment in Nketiah, you're getting kind of the money back straight away. So I can see pros and cons with both of them, to be honest with you. But again, they probably want to keep EZE. That's probably the key thing. They probably want to keep him over anything else. So it's an interesting one, man. It's a very, very interesting one for sure. Big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to become a member. It's pinned to the chat. Obviously 99p, all of that good stuff, man. So yeah, big up everyone in the building, man. So big up Phoenix. Says Newcastle got money. No way they could have let him go, as they could easily match or exceed the offer Liverpool are offering. Yeah, for sure. But then you could then argue, do we kind of do that, exceed obviously the money that Liverpool are offering? But then what happens with EZE? Is EZE going to stay? Is he going to try and push for a move? He might be like, you know what, you've got a new striker in now, you can just let me go. Different kind of things that are changing the dynamics of players and how they view things for sure. So yeah, it's definitely one to obviously keep an eye on as well. Nobody should be scared of Liverpool. If I also get us a manager, get two more attackers, then we have a chance. But Liverpool is proving my point. Jealousy striking me, man. Also don't do me good. Obviously Liverpool league as well, by the way, and they've got already Salah and Van Dijk ready for next season too. I know they've lost Trent, but they've already got a replacement for him. They've got a new left back as well in Kirkes, and they've already got Verts in. If they got a top quality striker or a good striker in as well, they're looking very, very good, man. I can't lie. They're looking very, very good. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see who they end up getting. Is it true Chelsea are speaking to Eze? Obviously, yeah, I did do a little bit of a article there. I'll probably refresh it if I can. Where was it? But yeah, there was talks about Chelsea with Eze as well. But I don't know how legit the obviously rumors are. Apparently, they did speak to his representation yesterday, Tuesday. About the obviously availability of the player, whether they can get him or not. I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest, man. Because again, it's one of those ones where I don't know if it's a thing where they're trying to get Arsenal really to make sure they can make a proper bid and smooth up the kind of negotiation tactics of Arsenal to hurry them up. Obviously, this is kind of the article that was saying Arsenal hijacked as Chelsea open Eze talks. So yeah, Chelsea are attempting to hijack Arsenal move for Eze as they open talks for the Crystal Palace star. This is according to the obviously the Chelsea journalist Simon Phillips, who has reported on this Substack page that the Blues have entered the race for EZE. So apparently they have entered the race. I don't know how legit it is, but that's what they're saying. Current market value, 62 million euros, which I think is a fair valuation, if I'm being honest. It says Phillips goes on to say Chelsea have open talks with EZE's agents and are ready to take advantage of Arsenal's slow progress of the player. So that is a key kind of line there. Slow progress of the player. So is this kind of agent-led? Is it the agents kind of feeding it to the journalist saying, yeah, we've had talks with Chelsea. We kind of want this to really really kind of progress a bit quicker. So let's say we're in talks with another club, so it kind of make like hurries you up kind of vibe, which could be the case as well, man. Could be the case as well. It says the Blues are in the market for at least one, possibly two top offensive players and have the money to spend after making 111 million from the Club World Cup. That's euros, by the way. They also recouped 60 million euros from Arsenal for Noni Madueke. So yeah. Issue that could be an issue, man. That could be a massive issue for sure. Big up everyone tuning in the building. Big up Godfrey says, I think Liverpool won't stop there. They'll be after EZE next season. This is it, man. Maybe, bro. Maybe it doesn't stop there, man. Maybe they've kind of broke the camel's back now with obviously the interest. EZE's probably his entourage probably is encouraged it as well. So maybe they know there's a deal there to be made, whether it's this season or next season. So yeah, you might have to just kind of do it, man, for sure. EZE won't stay for the money if Barca try and sign him, bro. Yeah, true. I mean, it's a sticky one, man, because you do feel sorry in a way for obviously Newcastle, because again, they're the one that took the punt on them, spent 60 mil. It's turned out to be a massive success when all the teams were kind of iffing and ahhing. And now these kind of big teams are kind of swooping in. If they can get as much money for him, maybe 120 to 30, 40 million pounds, then they would have at least doubled their kind of money that they bought him for. But yeah, definitely a difficult situation for sure. Rumored, I'll be unsure. Yeah, money is secondary for Isaac at this stage of his career. He wants trophies. Yeah, I think he wants to be playing in the Champions League. I think he wants to be on a regular basis. I think he wants to be in those upper echelon conversations of Ballon d'Or, maybe. And I know you only can do that if you are winning the Premier League. You are getting the Champions League finals. Can Newcastle do that? Maybe, but maybe not in the time span he's got in terms of his prime of his career. So yeah, that's probably the kind of the goal for him for sure, Mr. Battle I agree, man. Newcastle have all the leverage. They've got great manager. They have money. Newcastle is not losing Isaac to Liverpool. Newcastle is investing more money, definitely, but let's keep the eyes open, man. Nah, but listen, the problem with Newcastle have is that you kind of need him to sign a new contract, because again, the longer you leave it, the probably less money you're able to get for him when it's going down to from 3 years, then to 2 years, then potentially 1 year. And if you've not got an inkling he's going to sign a new deal, because you cannot let Isaac go for free, especially with all the kind of transfer price tags he's been touted for, 120 mil, 150 mil. So yeah, that has to be confirmed for sure, man. But yeah, also July 16th, well, what have Newcastle done in the market to show intent? I'm afraid there are 2 or 3 players short to challenge seriously for major honors still. I mean, they've only got a Langer, really, bro. They've only got a Langer, man. You know what I mean? They've only got a Langer for sure, man. So yeah, it's crazy, man. They couldn't even sell João Pedro, says Brighton. Sorry, they couldn't even seal João Pedro, says Godfrey as well. It's crazy. Newcastle doing something. I'm sure they are short of 2 or more players, though. That's my point. It raises questions about attraction to them still. I mean, a lot of players don't want to move there in terms of like where it is in obviously in the country, innit? It's got that stigma of not being as good as London or as busy as London. It's colder up there. That kind of stigma across Newcastle. Things are far apart when you go there. Nothing's really close. So yeah, there's obviously that as well. When you compete with London teams, London clubs, it's very difficult to obviously sway that player to want to live in Newcastle. So that's definitely an opportunity as well for them. But I feel like, again, for me, it's one of those ones where you've got to look at obviously the player as well as where he wants to go in his career. And if he wants to move to a bigger club, then you can't really stop it, to be honest with you. Yeah, 100%. Mr. Battle Red says, yeah, so Isaac is maybe going to do what they say in the NBA ring and chasing like Gyökeres. Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe. The main issue, Mikel doesn't want any attacking players. Says Bold, I don't feel sorry for Newcastle at all. Says Carlos, are they going to challenge for the title or Champions League? I mean, I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to get to that level, but I don't know how in terms of finances they are doing it, because again, even though they've got those massive kind of owners, they need to kind of sell players on a regular basis, because you wouldn't assume that they've got massive income, even though they've got obviously St. James's Park, 52,000 seat stadium. I don't think they've got a plethora of obviously income in terms of sponsorship deals and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I feel like they probably do need to have a massive departure to kind of fund their kind of spending habits. because they have invested a decent amount, not probably as much as people expected, but Tonali's a decent amount as well. They bought him, obviously Bruno Guimaraes back in the day, even Joe Linton obviously was a good midfield three they've bought. Even the likes of Harvey Barnes, I think they bought him for a decent amount of money as well. Was it like 40 mil or something, 45 mil? Gordon was 50, he's at 63. So yeah, there is some money they've spent in there for sure, man. Man said leave Newcastle's weather alone. Now, listen, I've never been to Newcastle personally, so I don't even know if it's cold there or whatever, bro. So I don't even know, my guy. But for me, I just think that's what I always hear that players say. Don't really want to live up there. It's too cold, whatever. So it seems like London seems to be the place that people want to live out of every kind of club in the country. So yeah, I said with a laughing emoji. Listen, I'm sure Newcastle, if we've got anyone that lives in Newcastle, I'm sure it's a massive place, bro. I'm sure it's a great place, man. Big up Yasser TV, man. Big up yourself, bro. Did anyone say Eze? Don't you dare, man. You've already got money from me from Noni Madueke. You won your Club World Cup. Please just leave me alone. That's it. I don't want any more, bro. Big up yourself, Yasser, for being in the chat, man. Always appreciate you in here, brother. Massive Chelsea fan. Massive Newcastle are a rich West. Newcastle, you crease me. Oh my god. Massive Newcastle are a rich West Ham. The fact that you're using West Ham as a benchmark is nasty. That's nasty work. West Ham fans wanted Champions League football. Yeah, bro. They were hounding out a couple of men, weren't they? I'm sure it was Sam Allardyce back in the day. Obviously, David Moyes was another one, saying that he was underachieving when they were finishing like 8th. Saying, yeah, we need Champions League football now. And then obviously the last season they finished 16th or whatever it was. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's absolutely madness, man. Absolutely madness. But yeah, West Ham actually maybe crease as well. Man, put the laughing emoji, Mr. Butter Red, of course. Her live score has just pointed something about Hugo Nkatike. I'll have to definitely check that out, my brother. It's crazy. Slap the likes, people. Come on, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being in the building. Of course, man. Everyone like up the video, man. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it is pinned at the top of the chat. 99p, all that good stuff, man. But yeah, big up everyone being in the building, man. Really appreciate the support. Of course. What color is London? Yes, sir, obviously. Another Chelsea, man. So I knew you'd be happy, bro. Another Chelsea, man, in the building, man. So yeah, you, man, can run with that for sure. Man said, laughing emoji. Big up, yes, sir, every single time. Man said, I've been to Newcastle. Geordie. That's great. That is nasty. In the bin, bro. In the bin. That's nasty work. Nice. That is so nasty, Godfrey. So nasty. Big up, dot one friend. Love the videos. Appreciate the support, my brother. Appreciate the support, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you've not already. You'll never walk alone. Appreciate your support, my guy. Big up Godfrey says that's nasty from Carlos. From Rich, bro, for real. Rich West Ham is nasty work, bro. I've never seen them as a benchmark. That's crazy. I said Carlos Shrimp, white salad. What the hell? That's funny, man. Man, that's actually funny, man. Laughing emoji. Big up Yassib TV, my guy, man. 100%, brother. Big up the chat, man. It's been sick. I said West Ham now more worried of maybe going down. Maybe, bro, because again, they need to make some signings. I know they signed was it a left back? From I'm not even sure where it's from France, I think it was the other day, but yeah, they've so kudos. They're not really replaced him. I've just seen Everton want your man there, Sochik from West Ham as well. Obviously, David Moyes loves those, bro. He loves those kind of players, by the way. Your Fellaini's, your Sochik, he loves them. So he wants him for Everton apparently. So that could be a major stake because obviously he's been one of those kind of consistent players they've had, even if they're doing well or very poorly. You know, he's chipping in with goals and he's playing decently well. So if they're losing him, kudos, and obviously that really leaves Bowen in there, who you say is kind of a reliable kind of attacking threat. So yeah, worrying times, man. I know obviously Potter wants his own kind of style of players, wants his own team, but it's a very, very worrying transition because again, they finished quite low down in the relegation area. If you're not making that kind of right transition in terms of bringing in the proper players, you could be down there, bro, with your Burnleys, with your Leeds, with your Sunderlands, battling it out, finding it out. So they definitely have to be careful, man. Obviously going back to Yard Score, it goes Chelsea hijack Arsenal. Also been in talks to sign Eze, but have been held up for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they're completing a host of other signings this week, including Madueke, Victor Gyökeres, and Christian Mascara, as well as already signing Christian Norgard. Given the cost of all these signings, Arsenal are not able to justify. Arsenal are not able to just simply pay Eze's release clause of 78 million euros. The Gunners have been negotiating a lower price, but Chelsea have the funds to pay more and in more of a favourable position for Crystal Palace. Eze, who famously scored the winner in the FA Cup final against Manchester City, has become one of the Premier League's most admired players in recent years. He's played for Palace for 5 years, scoring 39 goals in 116 games. He's expected to leave Palace this summer in order to make the next big step. So, yeah, that's the guy that really wants to make a next big step to a bigger club. But are they going to do it? I do not know, man. Big up Godfrey again. He says West Ham look like they're on the decline for real, but they'll stay up, though. I think because of obviously the magnitude of maybe some of the teams that have been promoted, maybe your Sunderlands, maybe your Leeds United. But to be fair, if Sunderland get Granit Xhaka, they've got Dinger as well. And this is what I said before, maybe last season, where I was like, gone are the days where these promoted sides are getting your proper Barclays players, bro. You're kind of steady eddies, the guys that are decent in the Premier League that can come to a promoted side and add a bit of value. Like, yeah, you used to see it all the time with like Stoke City and Hull City used to come up and players like that, or teams like that, sorry. They'd get your Peter Crouches for Stoke, for example, or George Boateng for Hull City, man, who used to play for Middlesbrough. Like, that's just a random people off the top of my head I just thought of. But yeah, you don't really see that now. So maybe that's kind of, and that's why I think that a lot of the promoted sides just go straight back down. Your Sheffield Uniteds, your West Broms, your Burnleys, they just go, because they don't get those kind of Premier League proven players. They don't sign them in the Premier League. So yeah, I think maybe if Sunderland and obviously the other players do that, or the teams do that, they might have a bigger advantage to stay in the Premier League. Big up Dot One Friend. He said, do you think Sunderland will stay up? Like I said, if they carry on, because they've spent a lot of money, if they carry on spending and getting Premier League proven players, I don't see why not, man. I don't see why not. I think there's always a case for a Wolves, for example, or obviously Everton has been down there for sure. West Ham have been down there the last couple of seasons. There's always an example for one of those guys to just get relegated in it, because they've just been hovering around there for 2-3 years. They don't really improve the team. They've got the same kind of players. The manager's okay, but not anything amazing. And then they end up just getting dragged down there and end up getting relegated. So listen, I think there's always a chance, man, but I feel like you have to set a precedent quite early on. We've seen when promoted sides do stay up, like a Brentford or a Leeds the first time, they've got a very distinct style of play straight away, and you look forward to seeing them play, and then that's what keeps them in the league. When you've got a team that's kind of not really going for it, you don't really know what they're kind of doing, they're kind of playing it safe, there's no real kind of ambition in terms of who they've bought or what kind of playing style they're going for, they normally get relegated straight away. I know obviously Southampton tried to do the possession thing, but they didn't really have the personnel to do it. Burnley tried it a couple of obviously years ago with Company, didn't have the players to do it. So I feel like it's a mixture of both, bringing in your own philosophy in and obviously a quality worth of players as well, man. But yeah, big up Carlos. He says that I was in the pits when Carragher and Neville were selling Chelsea to give part of time. Get the hell out of here, says Carlos. Yeah, he was not having it, man. Yeah, I remember you weren't a part of fan, to be fair, even from the start. You weren't really feeling it. I remember, man, for sure. Carlos says it's a red man. It's blue. It's blue in the men, but definitely red in the shoots photos on. And Vidic is in the building. We're getting Mbeumo. Be scared, you bums. Oh, yeah, he's crazy. It's crazy, man. Vidic, you guys can't even buy Freddo blocked. Oh, my God. Carlos cooking, man. He's cooking. He's cooking. He's cooking. The champions of the world get Mickey's cringe. You're 45, you bum, Carlos. Oh, Vidic, man. You're funny. You're actually funny, man. Big up Bald. He says Neville just lost 9 games in a row during his time at Valencia, man. Man is a loser. Football standards so poor. What's wrong with man? Oh, Jamie Carragher going on bananas. Ball saying we're going in, man, for sure. Big up Vidic. He says we're linked to Jackson. You are linked to Jackson, bro. I was talking about that earlier, man. I might have to get back to that still. Just obviously going on about the Eze news. Just quickly going on about it. So yeah, Eze obviously been capped 11 times for England, scoring 1 goal, played at the Euros, and yeah, I think that might be actually for that article. So yeah. No, nothing really concrete about Chelsea making the bid, just them kind of inquiring about Eze's availability. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition in the coming days for sure, man. But yeah, big up Box Fresh, my bro, man. What are you telling me, guy? I hope you're good. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, the link is pinned in the chat. 99p, all of that good stuff. If you want to support the channel, it is very much appreciated. But yeah, Box Fresh. Where you been hiding at, man? Carlos was calling your name a couple of days ago. So, yeah, obviously you and him went bar for bar. So, it might be that time again, bro. I said, Vidic better pray that Jackson is yeast in the burgers, man. Oh, that's crazy. Big up Bold, man. Big up One Friend. Do you think Liverpool will win the league this season, or will Chelsea or Arsenal win the league? At the minute, bro, I think Liverpool will definitely win the league for sure. I think they're definitely the favourites. I think they've got the manager, they've got the team, they've got the spine, they've still got a very good keeper, centre back. Salah's still going to score goals. If they can get a top striker, even without the top striker, I still think they'll probably win the league. But again, the league's unpredictable, man. This time last season, I thought obviously Man City and Arsenal were definitely the favourites, and Liverpool came out of nowhere. Who's to say a Chelsea can't come out of nowhere, or another team can't come out of nowhere and challenge and do very well in the league, man? Because obviously the Premier League can be unpredictable at times with people challenging. Some people out of nowhere just kind of improve over time, and then one season, bam, they're in the title race. So you never know, brother. You never know. But I would say, if you're asking me, Liverpool is my favourites, man. You guys in the comments let me know who you think the favourites are for the Premier League as well. Big up Carlos, he says Tops had to run this 45 gimmick, but he's actually get the hell out of here. I'm not 5 years older than you, man, you joker. This guy's a joke, man. I swear, brother. I said hello fresh, he's back in the chat. Yeah, player. Box. Man said a bon. Love that. Man said a bon Carlos or bon Chelsea, you know. Tell him again, rude boy. Tell him again. Yo, Box, I thought PSG would go to smoke us, nah? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Jared will say Liverpool aren't favourites because Slot's only been in it. Yeah, trust me, man. Stop, bro. I hate this underdog gimmick, bro. Stop with this underdog gimmick. You're a big team, man. You've got good players. Stop it, bro. It's so annoying. You're the favourites, bro. You like it or not. Liverpool are the favourites for sure, especially when you're spending this amount of money and you already got a title winning team anyway, man. So yeah, I'm not having it, bro. None of this underdog thing, bro. It's crazy. I said PSG was tired, Carlos, because they had to face the best teams, while Chelsea had to face Brazilian clubs with obviously the skull emoji, of course. Let's wait for the winner to close, then we'll see, man. But every team expect some red gunners on interesting though. These man time these man out. But yeah, man, I like I said, bro, it's going to be one of those ones where you have to see what obviously teams do in terms of the transfer market and in the transfer window, and to see if they're going to be very consistent in terms of are they going to strengthen in the positions they need to strengthen in. If you're still looking at the normal kind of players and teams, man, it's going to be very, very difficult for these kind of teams to kind of catch up to the other teams that are obviously all aboard. But yeah, this is kind of the news here. The Nicholas Jackson linked with Manchester United. It says two separate sources have confirmed Manchester United are exploring a move for Nicholas Jackson, and Chelsea stance on the selling the striker has emerged. Man United will put greater emphasis on signing a new striker if and when they complete the move for Bryan Mbeumo. Personal terms are not an issue with the Brentford ace, but agreeing a fee is. United's last bid for Mbeumo total to 62.5 million was launched well over a fortnight ago. A third bid continues to be rumored, though has not yet been tabled. In respect of whether United land Mbeumo or not, a new frontman to lead the line is wanted. Liam Delap ultimately chose Chelsea over Manchester United due to their ability to offer Champions League football. A much-touted reunion between Ruben Amorim and Victor Gyökeres fell flat after the striker gave total priority to Arsenal. So that's Liam Delap choosing Chelsea over Man United. That's Arsenal choosing Arsenal over Man United. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Ollie Watkins is a player of interest for the Red Devils, but the 29-year-old is only represents a short-term solution. So they want someone long-term. But yeah, man, obviously, let me just get back to the chat one sec. I said, you're telling me Vidic was playing FIFA 98 but can't understand tactics. We're talking about tactics. FIFA 98 is crazy, bro. You still didn't say how you even knew that, man. It's crazy, man. I said ban Carlos Stops. Hey, he's a mod, brother. He's in there to stay for sure. Big up Rich 99 Arsenal, man. Big up yourself, brother. Hope you're well. Chanzo, big up, mate. Big up the chat, everyone. Big up yourself, brother. Hope you're good, man. Big up Rich, man, every single time. Hope you're well, man. You have to let me know what you think of the signing so far and how you think Arsenal are going to be doing, my guy. I said I'd be happy for United. Talking about Nicholas Jackson, crazy. I said born, just said born. That's it. But yeah, don't go anywhere. Don't do it. You not see me. Don't go anywhere. Box says Carlos. Will Jackson go to United? I don't know. Carlos, do you think he'd actually go to Manchester United? I assume he would. I mean, again, if he's surplus to requirements at Chelsea, if they're saying, you know what, because again, it was very interesting to see he didn't even come on in the Club World Cup final. He opted to go for Delap as an option. He opted to play or start or bring on other players, attacking players as well, rather than bringing on Jackson. So that might be an inkling to say, you know what, your time here might be limited, man. You might not get the game time you were getting last season or the season before, because we've literally got better options that we would play ahead of you now. So very interesting, man. But it might be a case where it's definitely something to keep an eye on for sure. Obviously, the article goes on to say Nketiah is admired, but a lofty 100 million euro fee is obviously not going to be affordable for Manchester United. They are running out of time to sign him. With obviously the drama with Liverpool and Newcastle are obviously evolving Nketiah as well. They don't really want to get into a bidding war, so it makes sense. As such, both Sky Sports and the Times have now confirmed Manchester United are weighing up a move for Chelsea 24-year-old Nicholas Jackson. Number of clubs eyeing up Jackson's situation, at Chelsea. Told Manchester United are among them. Current focus is on Brian Mbeumo. Villa boss Unai Emery, along Amira as well, gave him his debut at Villarreal, so he could go to Aston Villa. AC Milan give it keen, but gap in valuation. So there is a lot of obviously options for Jackson to leave Chelsea if he was to go. Obviously in another article it says Jackson is on the shortlist for sure, but Chelsea will only sell for the right price. He says he's not part of the untouchable list, but they won't force him out. He said, in other words, the Blues will cash in for the right price, especially if they land a recognized striker. Despite signing Delap and João Pedro, Chelsea are still exploring the market for another centre forward. Further additions out wide are also on the So you're trying to get another winger and another centre forward, man. That's crazy. Despite securing Gittins from Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, it's indeed Fraser Fletcher has been informed that the Blues are still maintaining contacts with Alejandro Garnacho, who is approved to leave Manchester United, man. So yeah, that could be something to keep an eye on for sure, people. Big up the chat, man. Mustn't taking biscuits and burgers. United in the trenches. Pray they sign Batman. Jackson, Carlos, cash some money in. Sorry, Jackson incoming. Man United are after Batman. Says Bold. Big up Rich. Says Godfrey. Big up Godfrey. Big up Rich. Big up Gavin as well. Big up Rich. Big up BBK Sports, man. My brother, man. Chanzo, what you saying, bro? I'm all good, brother. What you telling me, man? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Big up yourself in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it is in the video description and in the pinned in the chat as well, people. But yeah, big up yourself, BBK Sports. Hope you're doing well, my guy. I said, what you telling me? Big up, niche fan. Love the channel. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate your support, man. Appreciate you coming in the channel as well, my bro. Hope you're well. You have to let me know who you support and that. Well, big yourself up, man. Make sure you like the video for your boy. Really appreciate that as well, my guy. I thought PSG was smoking us. Bow down to the champions of the world. Blow with a laughing emoji. Man said 300. We don't do that here. Jeez. I'm a United fan. Oh, big at yourself. Oh, okay, bro. What do you think about this news I'm talking about here now, bro? Like, again, the Nicholas Jackson, man, to Man United. Is that something you'd be happy with? Is that something that you'd be excite you having that kind of player there? I'm not even too sure, man. United sign players like his basketball shoes, man. I think it's Jordans or what. United smoking that fish from the saltwater, man. Crazy. Big up niche fan. It says, as for Mbeumo goes, we have the most inept negotiators in the league. Either that or there is an Ineos strategy that goes slightly above average intelligence. I can't comprehend. Listen, bro, I don't know what you man are doing. I've said it before to obviously other United fans in the channel, bro, that you guys need to make a strong start in the window. You need to sell a lot of players. You need to buy a lot of players in. You need to get a different kind of squad going into next season. Because again, a lot of your fans are very disillusioned with how obviously Man United are playing, the fact you finished so low, and you had a lot of work to do, and I feel like you've not done what you've needed to do. You've got Cunha in, great player, but you needed Mbeumo in. You needed another player in. You need to get rid of some of these players, man, like the Rashfords and Sanchos, even if you leave those two last, because, again, they're not going to be part of the squad regardless. You need to get rid of some of the starting players you've got. I think Bruno was a massive missed opportunity not selling him to Saudi. I think you would have got £100 million or euros for him. That could have been reimbursed into the squad, reinvested into the squad. I think that was a massive missed opportunity. And then other players that are still there, like Garnacho, like Casemiro, like Shaw, like Dalot. There's been Maguire, I think, should be moved on. So yeah, there's a lot of work for you, man, to do, man. So I can understand your frustration, bro. And you just have to make sure or hope, for a United point of view, that you kind of step it up going into July and August. But it's not ideal, really. You want these guys in for the transfer window, for the preseason, before the transfer window closed, way before then. Again, especially because you're going to have to get particular players that suit Ruben Amorim's system. He plays that unique kind of three at the back kind of system, bro. You need players that can obviously work with that, and using that preseason to get to integrate new players in, I think was crucial for him being a success. I think his success rate in terms of how he's going to be obviously start the season definitely goes down a little bit because, again, he's going to be using the same plays he probably doesn't even rate going into the new season, bro. But beat yourself up for the comment, man. BBK Sports, Jackson to United. We need this, please. Let this happen, bro. The crash out would be crazy because I know a lot of fans already, Man United fans, are saying this is not what we expected. We wanted Gyökeres in. We wanted even Ollie Watkins we would have taken. We've been linked with Nketiah, and to get Jackson would not be what they wanted to for sure, man. So yeah, big up BBK Sports as always. Man said, niche fan, if we buy Jackson off, we are cooked. No offense, he's in that goal. That's why. That's why. Oh damn, that's why you're getting rid of him. Yeah, this is it, man. And for the money, bro, they're looking. I've seen reports. Yeah, they value him at 100 million. I think it's pounds or euros, one of the two. If it's euros, that's like 86 million pounds. If it's pounds, obviously it's pounds. Brother, that is a lot of money. 86 million pounds for Jackson is crazy. And the thing is with Chelsea, they're very stubborn in the valuation. We've seen it with Arsenal. Again, if they value a player at a certain price, you better pay it or they ain't leaving. They ain't going. So, brother, it's mad. Can't see Man United paying that money for him. Bro, I think he'll be a meltdown. I think it potentially might be more meltdown than you getting Højlund for 72. Because, again, you know you need a proven striker. Jackson is a good player, but he's not clinical. He's not going to get you the amount of goals you kind of need to get yourself back onto the table. So yeah, I think it would be a massive mistake for you to get him for that kind of money. Big up Box Fresh. Well done. Another shiny thing for your receipts. No matter how many trophies you get, you'll always be pathetic. You'll always be plastic. Sorry. And the hashtag Carlos. Man United are cooked, by the way. They are very, very cooked. Very, very cooked, man. Box Fresh, Arsenal's nickname. Bank of London, 1920 signed the most expensive player. Man said, and with a . Also finished 6th in Division 2. Got promoted to Division 1 after bribing their way into the league. Know your history, Box. Man said, that's a lie. Big up, mate. Big up, Rich, man, in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel, man, as well. We've only ever been in the top division. Arsenal moved from South London to North London. This is all true, but to be fair, by the way, we did bribe ourselves into the first division, and we did move from South to North. But yeah, man said they put you on. Box, you're a Spurs fan. Know your history, blood, but you don't. Surprised you don't know as much as us. But then you couldn't remember when Chelsea had a car park for a stand. Weird. But yeah, big up Bold says, Carlos, slow down, man. You're going and rat smoke. Chelsea should buy themselves a stadium on some land. Slow down, Carlos. Your team is lucky, Abramovich. Your God, man. Slow down. Says Bold. Big up Rich, man. It says, well, if Chelsea sign Eze, then that would be your typical fashion. Arsenal will have funded their signing. That is ridiculous. 100%, bro. And this is, again, another reason why I did want to stop signing with Chelsea, bro. Don't mess with Chelsea because you're literally funding them. And all those kind of stats you see about them selling the most, we've probably spent about 200 mil and given it to Chelsea, bro. Like with Havertz and now Madueke, Jorginho, and all these other guys, man. So yeah, man, I agree, bro. But hopefully that's not the case, Rich. Hopefully we can obviously get the Eze deal over the line. But again, it's looking like potentially we might not even get that deal done if we don't sell any players, man, which is not going to be a good thing for sure. Big up Box Fresh, or when Craig Burnley was playing on a beach. Says Box Fresh, Carlos, what is going on, man? At least I know Chelsea ran into financial trouble. That's why we were sold after our owner died in a helicopter crash. Box, know your history, Box. There's levels to this game. Big up them niche fan. He says you're a Chelsea fan, but understand our club way better than our own negotiation team at Ineos. I'd rather have you on the payroll. You'd get some deals done. Baby, bro. Bro. Ineos, man. I've sold you, man, a dream as well, by the way. I don't know how they've got away with murder. They've done so many bad decisions in the space of a year. It's crazy. Even keeping Ten Hag, that whole fiasco, not getting a proper manager in from the start, not getting the the director of football in at the start of last season. That whole mess with Ashworth, paying for him and then letting him go, bro, a mess. Getting Amarin mid-season, not giving him any money in January. It's been a mess, bro. So yeah, your owners have been running you ragged for sure. You said Arsenal in the second division, LOL, the foot. You didn't know Arsenal. Yeah, they were, bro. They were. They bribed them, said they did. That is correct. They paid to get into the first division. They've never got relegated. That's the thing. They've never got relegated. Since they paid to get into the first division, they've never been relegated. That is the thing. But they started yeah, they were in the second division for sure. Man said, I told you, blood, educating you on your own club. Man said, hashtag endgame. I said a box with a hamburger, and yeah, that's nasty. That's a nasty work, fam. That's nasty work. I can't even lie. Very, very nasty, man. Carlos, what about Chelsea? Tell us about Chelsea, man. Says bold. I can tell you about Chelsea. Laughing emoji, we're a small club from West London, won it all. Chelsea were literally founded 20 years after Arsenal as well, with a laughing emoji. I said, box, come outside. Man said, nah, Tops that comment. He thinks you're a Chelsea fan. Nah, I'm not. What the hell? Nah, I'm not a Chelsea fan, man. What the hell's going on here? Nah, I'm Arsenal, brother. What's going on? What's going on? Man just relaying Arsenal history. Okay, then nice. Well done. That's cool. I'll admit I was wrong. We haven't been relegated. That's what I was thinking. I'll admit. But you didn't admit when you couldn't read. It says boxed. Obviously, boxing and Carlos going bar for bar, hand for hand. In the comments, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, man. Bolt says, Carlos, I think you should be genuine with yourself. Your club had functional ownership, also has had corruption killing the club dreams. Imagine what has happened in Arsenal since the Cronkies took over. Obviously, the Cronkies have not been of high regard for sure in terms of all the different fans talking about them, and obviously what they've actually produced in terms of trophy-wise under their ownership. So yeah, there's definitely a conversation to have about the Cronkies for sure. Speaks volumes of your character, says Box. But yeah, man, big up everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, just talking about the Manchester United news to Nicholas Jackson being linked. It says Jackson is highly unlikely to be a regular starter if remaining at Stamford Bridge. Nevertheless, the Times have stated there's an expectation he would still feature semi-regularly under Enzo Maresca, likely to rotate with his strikers. As such, only a sizable offer, from Man United or any other suitor will get enough to get Chelsea's green light. What price point Chelsea would deem satisfactory was not made clear. The Daily Mail recently claimed Chelsea valued Jackson at £100 million. Oh my God! Though that valuation should be taken with a tractor load of salt. I'm about to say, man, prior reporting from Fabrizio Romano in June suggested Chelsea valued Jackson at a much more realistic £50 million. So is that something that you Man United fans would be happy with, man? 50 million is crazy. 100 million is crazy. 50 is a bit more affordable. And I could probably see Man United doing that, if I'm being honest, man. If it came down to them really wanting Jackson and then him being the prime target, prime option, man. So yeah, that's definitely one to have a look at. What's going on? Speaks funny. Sorry, it was a joke. Oh, no. It's all right, man. My box telling me I can't read. Someone telling him. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Big up everyone tuning in, man. No worries, man. Big up everyone in the comments, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, smash the like buttons on the channel, man. Man said I'd rather have Vardy on a free. Listen, bro, in terms of cost effective, man, because you could. The thing is as well, niche fan, bro. You kind of need the money in other areas. You definitely need a new keeper. I don't know what's happening. I did see reports saying that potentially you could be after Emi Martinez, but I don't know how legit that was. I don't know if that was something that can really be obviously taken seriously. I don't know. Let me have a look. But yeah, there was definitely things about Manchester United in terms of you being linked with players, but nothing concrete, bro. Nothing concrete. You were linked with the Atlanta midfielder Edison as well back in like June, but there's nothing again concrete with that. So yeah, let's have a look, man. It's from the Metro, so again, how legit it is, I don't know. It says Man United open talks to sign a £40 million star after Andre Onana injury. So Manchester United have opened concrete talks to sign Aston Villa goalkeeper Martinez, according to reports in Argentina. Sorry. Man United have long been linked with the move for Martinez, who could be available for a transfer this summer due to Villa's financial situation. The Red Devils were considering signing a new goalkeeper, but were reportedly not ready to pull the trigger unless they currently sell their first choice, Andre Onana. However, Man United may be forced to change tact after Onana picked up a serious injury in pre-season, which could rule him out of the start of the new Premier League season. Interesting. According to reports in Argentina, it suggests that the club have now begun club-to-club talks with Aston Villa over a deal for the World Cup winner. The report adds that Ruben Amorim sees the transfer as a priority, with United the most advanced of any clubs negotiating a deal for Martinez. I keep forgetting he's that old now. The 32-year-old. He's said to be keen on the move to Old Trafford despite their woeful campaign last season, and has been coy, which previously asked about his future. Yeah, it did look like he was saying goodbye when he got sent off at Old Trafford the last game of the season. It did look like he was saying goodbye to the Villa fans, like he knew he was going to be leaving. And even the game before at Aston Villa's home ground, Villa Park, it looked like he was going to be on his way out. So I don't even know, man. My future, I don't know. I came here to play for the national team, and that's the only thing that matters to me right now, he said. I do not want to move to a new club. The transfer window just opened, so there's still a long way to go. So, yeah, very, very coy, man. Very, very coy, man. Big up everyone that's tuning into the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, man. Where is your club in the list of the most successful clubs in English football history, mate? Big up the doctor, man. Big up the doctor, bro. Hope you're well, my guy. Big up Tops. I'm hyped for the Glock 9 captain. Pillowfoot can't go hiding with no striker to pass to. Got to get Eze and Rodrigo, and then we're looking decent for the next season, in my opinion. Big up the doctor, man. Appreciate you being in the chat, man. And yeah, that is literally the case, man. We need to kind of get Eze and Rodrigo. Now, the Rodrigo deal seems less likely, considering Liverpool are apparently after him now. Chelsea have been in the mix. There's other teams like Bayern Munich and PSG that look like they're going to be after him. So it could be difficult to go get him, man, especially if we need to sell some players, because it might be a case where Rodrigo doesn't want to wait for a particular club. When he decides he wants to leave, he wants to make the move as soon as possible, kind of thing. So yeah, that could be a sticky one, man. But the Eze one, there's no excuses. There's a release clause. He wants to come to the club. He's played for the club before when he was a youngster. There's literally, we should have the money if we're spending 55 or 52 on Madueke. That should be a thing where that gets done, bro, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm fully with you, my guy. Hopefully we can get those two signings over the line and we can have a good season, man. But big yourself up, be in the chat. Really appreciate you in here, man. We also have TV channels, YouTube channels, mutant channels funded to Detroit Arsenal. Also a division in the team. Carlos, stay humble, man. Kings don't yap, man. Carlos, I respect your team. A lot of protagonists. Hello at protagonist. Says Box Fresh. Big ol' ST, man. My bro, what you telling me, guy? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Do you think Cunha only came because he thought Man United would do more business, or did he just come for the money? I think it might be a mixture of both. You know, obviously he's going to be paid very well at Manchester United. But yeah, I do think, I said that earlier in my stream, bro, I do think that he was probably given the spill of, look, you're just the first of many. You're going to be the first one. But by the time preseason comes in, there's probably going to be 4 or 5 of you in here, new starting players that are ready to change the fortunes of Manchester United. Obviously, that's not happened. And the thing that kind of makes me laugh with the Mbeumo thing, I don't know whether they're doing it or not doing anything, because they don't want Brentford to think they've got more money, so they're not going to sign anyone else until they get that sorted. But I feel like the valuation in terms of the £70 million, I think is excessive. I think that is a lot of money. But I think Man United are desperate, bro. And I think Brentford know they're desperate. I think they know they need those kind of new kind of signings to re-energize the team and revitalize kind of the fan base as well. So I think they're just saying, you know what, we're going to try and get as much money for Mbeumo as possible. If Elanga's going for 55, Mbeumo got 20 league goals, he's not going for less than 70. He's not 10 million pound more than Elanga. So that's probably how they're thinking about it. And to be fair, they've got a point, bro. Because again, Mbeumo did get 20 league goals. So it's a lot of goals, man, for a team like Brentford. So yeah, I do feel like he's probably been sold a dream, but there's still time for obviously him to not only obviously Mbeumo, but other players to kind of make their mind up at Man United and think, you know what, maybe they're not going to be as active as I thought they were going to be. And maybe that might put them off from going. Who knows, man? Who actually knows, man? A big up ball statement says, because Abramovich slowed down, we are praying or that we need new owners at Arsenal. Run a rant on mutant channels, fake fans, all that kind of stuff. Carlos, big up. Big up Bartres. I would have gone for Martinez still. Again, he's another one that's been touted for a Premier League move, but again, not really made that transition. Another good player as well. I kind of feel like he's just going to stay in Inter Milan at this stage, man. But yeah, big up Niche fan. He says, who's going to buy Onana now? Our team is literally falling apart. We've got 5 players not even training with the team. Yes, it is a bit of a mess, bro. And again, it doesn't look like Onana, unless he comes back before the end of the transfer window, and you can kind of get some kind of money for him. It doesn't look like he's going to stay, man. It might be a case, Niche fan, like you might have to just get the keeper in and then just hope you kind of sell him. And I don't know if that's possible, because you're still actually paying off Onana, like Radcliffe said. You're still paying off his transfer fee still, after obviously 2 years being at the club. So it's looking sticky, man. It's looking sticky. There's a lot of work for you, man, to do. And I feel like if you don't do it, it could be another hard season for you, man, for sure. And big up Box Fresh said it's hard to see the plan at United. I don't know what they're doing personally. I mean, if any Man United fans in the chat, follows me can enlighten me what you think the plan is. I just can't see it. I just feel like it's a mess, man. Like, even with the appointment of Ruben Amorim, not doing your due diligence, knowing that obviously Amorim is very, very restricted in terms of tactically what he can do. He can only really play one way. That's apparently the reason Liverpool did not end up going and hiring him, getting Slot instead, because they wanted a bit more versatility in their manager. Because again, he likes to play one system. He's very rigid, very stubborn with it. If that system doesn't work, it's over. That's it. It's done. There's no kind of adapting to 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. That's it, man. So yeah, I think there's definitely a massive worry for Man United fans in terms of the current season, man. Big up Niche Trainer says, I've heard that we won't even be having a barbecue, even if some miracle we won the Prem. Yeah, I think you're cutting costs in every which way, bro. So yeah, I don't think you're going to be having any kind of even Christmas parties or anything like that. It's absolutely crazy. ST, it's scary how bad them losing Europa League final has screwed them now. 100%. I mean, you've seen the article, ST, about them losing out on Liam Delap because they haven't got Champions League football. Them losing out on getting Victor Gyökeres and him being reunited with Ruben Amorim because they haven't got Champions League football. So yeah, it does have a massive effect for sure. A massive effect, man. Big up Ball Statement says Arsenal should sign at least 2 more attackers. Let's say £65 million for Rodrigo, 50 for Eze. We get the money. We should do that. Sell Martinelli, and sell Trossard after that. I agree, bro. I feel like, again, if you want to get top players in, you've got to get some players that are not deemed good enough long-term out. And again, Martinelli's got 2 years left. He's on 180 grand a week. You're either going to have to sell him or get him to a new deal, and he's going to want a pay rise. Obviously, every player does. So you're going to be paying him 200 plus a week. And look at his form. He's not definitely warranting that kind of pay rise in the last 2 seasons. Trossard's only got a year left. You're going to have to try and get rid of him at some stage. He's getting older. He's going to decline, etc. So that's another player you need to kind of get rid of. So I'm with that, bro. Sell those kind of players. Get some top fees for them. And then get some top players in, bro. And then again, you got a fresh new attacking line for the new season, for sure. Big up Shane, my bro. What you telling me, man? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. I need to make you a mod, actually. Big up yourself, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Big up Shane, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to Shane's channel, man. The full Irish breakfast every single morning, smashing it on his channel, man. So make sure you guys head over there and go support him. But big up for yourself for being in the chat, Shane. Always a pleasure to see you in there. Absolute legend, man. Says big up Tops. Smash the likes for this absolute legend. Appreciate your support, my bro, every single time, man. Hope you are well, my friend. Big up Carlos. It says box. Box with a hamburger emoji and some chicken emoji. So yeah, whatever that means. Niche Fan says, imagine if we went down. Most United fans think it can't happen. However, it's a real possibility given the state of this window. Listen, bro, no one's too big to go down if you don't do the proper business and you start free falling and you don't get those kind of top tier players and manager in the building, bro. Bro, there's no one's good enough to go down. You need to get their maximum points. And you were very lucky as well, by the way. And a lot of people said this, that the teams that obviously went down or got promoted was so bad. You didn't even have to get the dreaded 40-point tally. You stayed up, not even getting that, achieving that. Any other season, any proper season, you would have been in trouble. And that's crazy to say, as obviously you're Man United, bro. That should never be the case. In my lifetime, I shouldn't see Man United struggling, man. Struggling to really accomplish that. So yeah, that's absolutely craziness, man. Absolutely craziness. But yeah, I feel like for me personally, in terms of Man United, if you don't get the proper players in, you could be down there again, even if you've only got 1 game a week still, man, for sure. It says it's risky keeping Amorim. They have to buy to suit his style. But if he gets back, they'll have a load of players who play 3 at the back system. A new manager may want to sell those players. Exactly, ST. This is what I was trying to say to Korean, bro. It's a lot of pressure for this to go well. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bigger mess when you sack him, because he will get sacked. If he doesn't make a good start, he's getting sacked, bro, after finishing 15th, losing a final to Spurs, a Europa League final that could have got them Champions League. If he doesn't make a massive impression, if he doesn't get maximum points in these games against Arsenal, if he doesn't beat Fulham, if he doesn't beat, I think they've got Burnley as well. They've got Manchester City at the Etihad. They've got Chelsea at Old Trafford. They need to get some. I mean, Korean said 10 points out of 15. He's probably about right about that. If they get less than that, if they're on 8, 7, 6 points, you're looking at it thinking they're going to be near the bottom again. They're going to be bottom half, and that's not the start you want, considering there's got a lot of pressure on him already. So yeah, I agree, bro. I think again, you need to make sure you get top plays in the door, and also you need to make sure that you get top players in, through the door, and you need to make sure as well you get some good results at the start of the season. Otherwise, it's going to be peak. Big up Niche Fan, says the only thing that can save us is a big time, billionaire at this point. But bro, even that, man, because again, I feel like even if you get that, you definitely need to still improve the normal functions of your football club, because again, how you sell players similar to Arsenal is absolutely atrocious. You don't really get any kind of income in from selling your players. It's very, very hot and cold in terms of selling them for big fees. You normally either pay the contracts off like you've been doing recently, or you're sending them out on loan and stuff like that, bro. You definitely need to improve that to obviously warrant spending loads of money every single season. I know you've got massive revenue in terms of commercially and obviously your stadium and stuff like that, but that's definitely going to dwindle the longer you're at the Champions League, the longer you're not fighting for major trophies. So yeah, that's definitely something you got to keep an eye on for sure. Big up Darren Martin, man, my brother in the building. What you saying, my brother? What you telling me, bro? You good? Big up Tops as always. Massive Mikel, I also forgot about Shane. Please subscribe to Shane. Hit the likes, people. 100%, man. Big up Shane, man. Make sure you guys smash the likes on his video for sure. Big up ST says, will the Glazers sell though? I can't see them selling, man. To be honest, that was your chance when Ineos came in. Before obviously he was linked. Obviously you were linked with the Qatari owners. Sorry, you were linked with them, and that was your chance, man. That was your opportunity to get them outright out. As soon as I heard that Ineos was given a little bit of percentage and they've still got a little bit of stake in the club, listen, they're still in the club, man. Whether they're doing the football relations or not, they're still involved in the club. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. Big up Box Fresh. It's lovely to see Devils under pressure. Listen, I'm not complaining, man. Man United, obviously I'm not Man United fan, I'm an Arsenal fan, so yeah, I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's just peak if you're a United fan. I can't lie with the position they're in for sure. I completely agree with you. It was luck that kept us up. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. It was, man. It was just literally because Leicester, Burnley, and Southampton was so bad. Probably the three that, as a collective, I think pound for pound, they're the three worst promoted teams we've ever had in the Premier League that have been promoted, just because they were all like really, really bad. I mean, Leicester went on. It was something crazy. They didn't score in like 10 or 11 home games in a row. They lost it in a row, something mad. Obviously, Southampton nearly broke Derby's record in terms of the least amount of points they got. I think, what did they end up with? What, 12 in the end or something? Obviously, the record was 11. And then obviously, who was the other team, man? Leicester, who was it? Leicester, Southampton, and Ipswich again, was really a non-starter, really. They just didn't have the quality all around the pitch to really be a Premier League team. So, yeah, and kind of crazy when you think about it, man. Big up Box Fresh, he says, United start to the season is wild. Bro, it's very, very hard, man. Very difficult, man. And listen, again, the first game, they might be gassed. They might have a new formation. They might have, I mean, they probably won't, because Amorim will probably stick with the same formation. But they might have a new lease of life. Like I said, the Premier League starts. It's a new season for everyone. Everyone starts from zero. And anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League if you take someone lightly for granted. We've seen Ipswich beat Chelsea last season. We've seen even Manchester City drop points at Southampton. That was the point that I think broke Derby's obviously worst ever point tally record. That 0-0 draw, which no one's seen coming. So, and if you're not up to scratch, even the worst teams can get points from the better teams. So yeah, that's definitely one to think about. But it's not looking good for Man United based off the fact that they've had such a poor record in the Premier League since Ruben Amorim came in, man. So yeah, it ain't looking great. It ain't looking great. Also therapy soon, people. Football gods on strike. Eggs ain't boiling. I'm wondering why Arteta settings. I imagine what he's done to us. What's going on with Arteta? It's crazy. I said Sapphire thing. Says Box. ST, yes, I know they probably won't sell unless the offer isn't so massively appealing to them. Yeah, I agree, bro. I can't see them selling anytime soon, man. I think, like I said, that time to sell would have been when you were linked with them heavily with the Qatari owners and with Ineos. That was the time to sell and give 100% ownership, to another obviously organization kind of thing. So yeah, and they ended up keeping a stake in the club still. Big up Carlos, he says, Box, buy dictionary blood. I said, buy dictionary blood, the irony, blood. A lot of bloods in the chat, man. The Shakir billionaire would at least reinstate the staff canteen and upgrade up from a barbecue to a Nando's or Five Guys. Oh, my days. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nah, I hear it, bro. They probably would have got rid of that kind of rat infestation as well that you've got in the stadium too. I think you fixed the roof as well. I know that was leaking for a minute. So yeah, that's crazy, man. And the funny thing is, they've dropped obviously the news about you getting this massive stadium that's 100,000 people, I think it is. Bro, how are you going to pay for that? I know it's going to be taxpayers' money, but when are you looking to even try and move into that? Like, you need to sort out your actual team first and all your other facilities. When Ronaldo came out and said, brother, this thing's like it's 2007. You've not improved the gym. Nothing. It's still the same canteen lady. Like, what's going on? Hey, you might have been onto something, man. You might have been onto something. But yeah, man, blood is in the Urban Dictionary. Cook. With a laughing emoji says, Carlos, I have mercy, man. Don't forget. But I said, I'd have a bottle of what? I'd have a bottle of wit, but you seem unarmed. To Carlos, you better have you better off arming yourself with a box. Yeah, I forget about the rats. I'm trying to block them out mentally, bro. I seen a clip on, I think it was TikTok, bro, where it's obviously the leak. It's actually hilarious when you think about it. Obviously, the roof is obviously open, it's leaking, and then what you obviously pan down to the puddle, and there's a rat swimming in the puddle in Old Trafford. It's like, bro, this is horrendous. This is so bad. Like, this is no big money United, you know. This is not no Mickey Mouse team. This is not no park teams or five-a-side team, bro. This is one of the biggest teams in the world, and I've got rats swimming in their leakage from the roof that they haven't fixed. It's crazy work, man. Crazy work, man. But yeah, you gotta laugh, bro. You got to actually laugh, man. It's actually absolute madness, man, for sure. Obviously, it goes on to say, but yeah, I know obviously a bit of news as well about Vlahovic potentially joining Man United as well. I don't know how true this is either. Just going off obviously transfer rumors and stories and that. But it says, yeah, Vlahovic's stance on joining Man United has reportedly been revealed. It says, following their worst ever Premier League season, Ruben Amorim is overhauling their attack this summer in a bid to get them back on track. Forwards Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, and Sancho have all been told they can leave Manchester United, although it's been proven difficult to sell them. In terms of incomings, Cunha has joined from Wolves, and they are still working on Mbeumo. A new number 9 is also designed after Højlund and Zirkzee scored just 7 Premier League goals between them. Wow. That is mad, you know. What? That is so bad. 7 between them. That is crazy. I think Gabriel got like 5, you know, and he's like a centre-back. Oh, my God. Given given financial restrictions, United are looking for a bargain option in the transfer market and may have found it in the form of Vlahovic, who has entered the last year of his contract and wants to leave Juventus. But the 25-year-old could soon become a free agent, with the Serie A giants willing to terminate his contract early and offload his expensive salary. Wow, that's kind of crazy. They're kind of willing to give him up for a free transfer. So Man United and AC Milan are interested in the Serbian services, and he said that he has a preference between the two. And it's bad for the Red Devils. The Sun has reported that Vlahovic, a bit of an exclusive by Arsenal, and we're getting back into that in a minute. Vlahovic would favour a move to the San Siro, where he would reunite with the former boss Allegri. After a breakthrough at Fiorentina, much was expected of Vlahovic when he moved to the old lady in a transfer worth, was it £72 million? That is crazy, man. Looking at his stats, 145 games, 58. That's not too bad, you know. 58 goals. That's just shy of 1 in 2. 14 assists, won the Coppa Italia. While hardly a flop, the striker hasn't hit the heights many thought he would, yet to still finish last season with 17 goals in 44 appearances and has 14 goals in just 36 caps for his country. You know what? This might not be a bad option for Man United, to be fair, if you can get him on a free. But yeah, that's actually kind of crazy, man. Big up the chat in the building. Man said, big up SD and a 1-star food rating. I thought that was a joke, but apparently it's true. Yeah, it is very true, my guy. That is very, very true. They have got a 1-star rating for sure. I said somewhere Chelsea are on the list. England's most successful clubs. Yeah, for sure. It wouldn't surprise me if we were going to use the rats on. Bro, that is nasty. Big up niche fan, bro. That is crazy work. I said use it on the barbecue, you know. Come on, G. Man, try run and skip questions like some pata cake. 5-year-old with candy floss. I said I don't care about. I've never cared about being one of the historic English clubs. I've watched my team make history. Box, whereas you don't even know yours, with a laughing emoji. No skipping questions, trying to multitask between working and being a troll. I said, so let me get this straight. Our club is older than yours, more successful than yours, and your point is, man said, I don't hire box war with me, Tommy Lee Spot. Yeah, you're a joker. You're a joke, man. I said, hello, at work and trolling, fair play. Yeah, listen, but he's doing his thing, man. I can't lie. I said, congratulations on being more older and more successful. I'm glad of keeping his he's doing his best to keep his day in terms of, like I said, we've won it all, blood. Yeah, Carlos is doing his best to keep that troll tally up there, bro. He's definitely up there for sure. Definitely up there for sure. Top tier troll, man. Top tier troll. I've watched my team lift the league at White Hart Lane. Chat to me then. Says box whites. I mean box fresh even. But yeah, man, been crazy, man. Crazy. Obviously, there's been some reporting news about potentially Reece Nelson going out the door. So I might have to get into that before obviously I head off, man. Big up everyone that's in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. If you want to become a member, the link is pinned in the chat. Top of the chat is pinned. If you want to become a member, 99p, all I ask, that really helps the channel grow and get into the algorithm, all that good stuff, man. It helps support the channel too. So yeah, big up yourself. As always in the building, man. It's been a sick stream. Obviously, you chat members are amazing, man. Obviously, it's been a fun chat. Let me just get into this Reece Nelson news as well before I head off, man. Crazy. Boom. Obviously, I'm a Chelsea fan. Big up Tots. Always a pleasure to catch you alive. Come on, G. Always a pleasure for you to be in the chat, going bar for bar, war for war with Carlos, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Entertainment and more for sure. Must mud you again tomorrow, box. man. That's actually hilarious, you know. That's too funny. That's actually too funny. Big up, obviously, everyone in the chat, man. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, man. Let me quickly see this Reece Nelson news before. I mean, I'll probably touch on it in the morning as well. Because yeah, it seems like it's a bit of a breaking news. With Reece Nelson potentially going to, I think I see it was Fulham, but yeah, again, it seems like we need to try and sell these kind of guys out the door. I was hoping it was going to be Crystal Palace, if I'm being honest, but yeah, we'll have to take it, man. We'll have to take it. As long as he's out, then that could be the case. Let me have a look, man. Big up everyone that's tuned in with me, stayed with me. It's been a long stream, but it's been a good stream, man. That's all we would like to hear, of course. So yeah, nothing really concrete, just as exclusive. Sammy Macabell. Arsenal receive approach from Fulham over re-signing Reece Nelson. Structure of the deal is still to be finalized. Alone! Oh my God, I thought this is a permanent deal. Talks ongoing for over a potential loan. What the hell, bro? You got to get rid of this guy. What are we doing? The guy, I swear he's only got 1 year left anyway. What is going on? I got gas for a minute, man. Oh, mate. KMT, loan settings, man. Where's the incomes, man? What's going on? Nah, you got to do better than this. Loan with an option as well, you know. Yeah, crazy. Obligation or sod off. They're doing a loan for every year for 5 years, so they don't have to pay a fee. Must have an obligation. Loan with obligation or piss off. Hope there's some sort of optional obligation to make it permanent next season. Rumor has it Mbeumo are interested in a permanent deal, so we still can't even sell with Berta. Yikes, loan. We should be looking to sell. Truly, this has to be a sell. Club need to raise funds, and we'll help with that department of the players on loan last season. He's the most valuable asset of the lot. Loans aren't no good. I said, that's good. Why can't we sell players? If he played for Chelsea or Liverpool, he would have signed for 30 or 40 million. Alone, LOL clowns. Yeah, people are not happy in the comments with that, man. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man. Oh, yeah. Joking, man. Absolute joking. I have to talk about the Rats because my club isn't a serious team in the Prem anymore, so I can't engage with serious football questions with supporters of top teams anymore. This is the thing, bro. Like, again, when you're at the bottom, and like I said, I've never seen Man United this low in my life. The lowest I've seen them before this season was, I think, was 8th place, and I remember you, man, were getting bantered hard when you, bro, I remember during that period, man. I mean, Chelsea had it a bit as well when they finished 10th and 12th. Arsenal as well when we finished 8th. We had literal posters of Leicester replacing Arsenal in the top 6 because we finished 8th 2 years in a row. Even though Leicester hadn't finished in the top 4 in those 2 years, they finished 5th. But yeah, we got replaced. But yeah, we will get massively banned. I feel like last year, I know people go on about it a little bit now. I think Man United and Spurs got off lightly, bro, considering how bad they were. That was like bottom of the barrel bad. Like 15th and 17th is. That's craziness. You nearly got relegated out of the league. That's how bad you were. That's madness, man. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But for your sake, you better hope that you step it up, because boy, next season could be another long one. Still, I said got to set box some homeworks. That might be a red. That might be a red. You know, that might be a straight red. You know, I can't lie. That might be a straight red because that's nasty. Must have got to set some homework to research Arsenal's history. LOL again, Mazza. I fan since 1989. You know, with a laughing emoji. I said loan KMT joke things 100%, bro. 100% joke things, man. I can't really even rate it still either. That best be an obligation, man, car boy. No more. I said this, and this is what I said about Bert, and I said it yesterday. This is what I said about Bert. Yeah, I'm gonna evaluate him after the end of the window, bro. That's a fair assessment of what he's done in terms of not even only just incomings but outgoings as well. Because if you're on an Edu thing, then again we're gonna question what's going on here. Because bro, we need some sales. We need some sales from these players. So you best make it happen, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Box Fresh says don't get too close to the sun, Carlos. If you're anything, your club will melt. You plastic. So yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in the building. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want to become a member, like I said, the link is pinned to the chat. And yeah, man, I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I can obviously send you guys to, man. If there's anyone about like something, yeah. Let me have a look. Let me have a look if there's anyone I can redirect to, man. That's about doing a stream right now. I don't think there's anyone that's just doing anything, man. I think BBK Sports. When does he start? When does he start, man? Let me have a look quickly when he starts. If he starts at 4, then I'll wait till 4. But it might be 5, man. One sec. Big up everyone that's tuned in, man. But yeah, in terms of Man United, like I said, man, that's the team that needs serious surgery, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how they get on when it comes to obviously when it comes to their preseason. If you see any kind of elements of them changing their style, if they actually improve in terms of how their style of playing, how they're actually performing, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, 5:30, man. Too long, bro. Too long. Big up yourself, BBK Sports, if you're still in here, man. But yeah, 5:30 is doing the stream. So yeah, no one's actually on that I can actually stream to still, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so go, man. So go. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. In the building. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on, man? Box, don't let me. Allow it. Yeah. Thanks for the stream. Your delivery and knowledge is on point. Big up yourself, Niche, man. I appreciate you commenting that, man. It's very, very appreciated. Of course, obviously, big up everyone that's been in the building. Big up Views for the raid. Of course, my brother. Make sure you go over to subscribe to Views if you've not already, man. He's the king of Under the Lenses, man. Always watch those. Very, very good content over them sides. Obviously, big up Shane that's in the chat. Big up Yasser as well. Big up everyone in the building. Big up Carlos. Big up Box Fresh. Big up Niche Fan. First time I've seen you in the chat, man. Hopefully, you're back here again tomorrow. Again, like I always like to say, I do 2 streams a day. One at 9 a.m. in the morning, talking about obviously all transfers, Arsenal, whatever, over different teams. And then I do one in the afternoon as well, man. 2 o'clock. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I said, yo, that's racismo. That's racismo. I said, that's racismo, you know. That's crazy. But yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you people today, man. But yeah, if anyone's got any lasting questions, let me know before I head off. It's going to be a couple of minutes. I'll probably wait till 4 and then bounce off then. So yeah, but yeah, let me go back into obviously what people are saying about this Reece Nelson news, man, because I feel like, again, it's oh man, we gotta be looking to sell him on a permanent basis, surely, man. Because again, I don't see there's not a place for him in the team. He's not going to be in the squad on a long-term basis. Obviously, Tom Canton, it says as mentioned on the hybrid squad and now broken by Sammy Macabell. Fulham are interested in signing Reece Nelson. Understand that Mikhail, I can't even say his name. Silva is a big fan of the winger is in need of signings, with the West Ham club side being so inactive so far. Also leave for their preseason tour of Asia on Saturday, and with Nelson available to leave this summer, there could be a benefit in including any transfer before then. So Sammy Macabell, obviously it says also received an approach for Fulham to re-sign Reece Nelson. The structure of the deal, which is likely to be a loan, is still being finalized, but also ongoing as all parties are trying to find a resolution. So yeah, man, crazy. I'll have to tap into this more tomorrow for sure. Pardon me. I'll have to tap into this more tomorrow for sure, man. But yeah, big up everyone that's been in the building. That's obviously come and watched and see me talk about Arsenal and other teams, man. It's been very, very good. Very, very good stream. So make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Become a member if you want to become a member. Obviously, the link is pinned in the chat. And also subscribe to the channel and set your notification bell so you never miss a video. 9 a.m., 2 p.m. Those are the times midweek. Make sure you're in the chat, active, talking all things football. It's been a pleasure, man. And yeah, I'll be back soon, man. I'll be back soon. So make sure you guys smash up the like button and subscribe to the channel. And until tomorrow at 9 a.m., it's been your boy Tops. Don't hate to play at the game. And until next time, people, I am out. Peace and love.